Good evening and welcome back to DR Sports for a momentous evening of football content here on the channel. Two games we've got for you tonight. Arsenal looking to beat challengers and champions Manchester City and, of course, Chelsea away in Europe. They're at the Dortmund arena tonight. 81,000 of them packed into there. That's going to be a great game to watch as well. It would be silly to watch this game without fans from those teams. So on the left of me, I've got Nick Francis, as always. How are we doing, fella? Arsenal fan?
Shit myself, nervous, very, very nervous, but excited.
That smell?
Yeah. Stop
it.
That's me every day. But no, I'm very nervous.
Hopefully not every day.
Very confident at the same time. It's weird.
Okay, interesting. To his left, looking even more nervous, Manchester City fan coming with the big boy rolly. It's Daps. How are we, fella? How'd you watch round these ends?
I'm nervous. I am nervous. You know
look
what?
Mate. You look away to Borussia Dortmund, and on my right, we've got Sophie Rose. It's been a while since I've seen you.
Hello, everyone. I know we haven't done a stream together for
a while.
Ages and ages. Yeah,
good to have you back.
Yeah,
you must be happy about that.
Yes, very happy. No, I like Alex
well,
as friend.
No,
just confirming. Just confirming. Before everyone starts going mad. I'm excited for the stream. I'm just hoping that I get some half decent football because I know the Arsenal City game is going to be good. I know that'll be full of action because it's such a high stakes game. But with Chelsea, we're just very unpredictable at the minute. So,
which again,
actually, no, we're very predictable with shit.
You don't win.
Yeah, we're not winning. Yeah.
Lump it on. But no, Chelsea away in Dortmund, a very tough place to go to in Europe. Chelsea looking to maybe cling on to.
Yeah, I've been to so many European away games. I tried to go to this one, but they didn't do it on loyalty points this time. They did it. They just let anybody on membership buy the tickets. So I was like, great. But so obviously, normally I go, but generally when we go away, we don't win. The last trip I did Milan, we won, but the majority of the trips that I've taken, I went to Schalke away years and years and years ago, and that's Germany. We won there. But other than that, it's just been a lot of 3-0 at Juventus, 3-1 at Napoli. Like we're not a very good team
games.
away in Europe.
But newish manager, right? Not doing well in the league.
We're due a win.
You're due to win the Champions League based on those things for Chelsea.
Yeah.
That's what Di Matteo.
Okay,
Tuchel?
yeah, that's true.
So this is the one thing that
Tuchel's team were very.
You love Tuchel, didn't you?
Yeah, and we were very together, and the type of football we were playing there for the majority of when we had him as manager was fantastic. That I don't really see at the minute. I see a lot of miscommunication between players. There was a thing in the last game we played with Cucurella not passing to Mudryk.
We've also seen him like a meme or a tweet
or
saying
Instagram
that they need a new left back, and then
for real.
Yeah, there's a bit of beef going on.
Do you not see the video of the video? He was with his old teammates, and they said, "Do you want a new left back?" And he goes, "Need, mate. We need a new left back."
There's weird stuff because Reece James keeps kind of tweeting things that are a bit.
Well, listen. This is the only system that ever works for us, and every time we don't have this system, our team goes to shit. So it's Reece James on the right, Ben Chilwell on the left, and that's it. That's the end of the conversation. But because obviously they've been injured for the majority of the season, Cucurella's had to come in, and we've had to have him as a backup. But unfortunately, I think a lot more of attacking players are going to be starting to kick up a fuss about it because they need the service, and I think Mudryk's basically very gently saying, you need to start passing to me.
I think that is his way of saying it. Let's get into the lineups. As I mentioned, two games that we're covering for you tonight. Arsenal, Man City. We'll preview that shortly. And, of course, Chelsea, Dortmund. Arsenal line up like this. Aaron Ramsdale in goal. Tomiyasu comes in for Ben White at right back. Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko make up the rest of the back five with Odegaard. No Partey tonight, as we mentioned, which is a massive, massive loss for Arsenal. His presence makes them win more games. They score more goals. They concede less goals. So let's see if he or his absence tonight makes a big difference. J2O, Jorginho comes in with Xhaka, and Saka and Nketiah and Martinelli start up front for Arsenal. And on the bench, you've got Tierney, White, Holding, Trossard, Vieira, and Reece Nelson as well, to name others. But Manchester City have gone for Edison, Ake, Ruben Diaz, and Walker at the back left side tonight. Bernardo Silva
that will definitely be it though.
Yep, Bernardo Silva and Rodri are the anchors with Gundogan, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Grealish and Haaland up top. Similar to the tinkering he did in the weekend. in terms of having that back three with very high wing backs, if you like, in Grealish and Gundogan. How confident are you with that lineup?
So,
big bench as well, massive bench.
I thought he'd bring Ake in. I thought he maybe would have dropped Bernardo because he kind of played Bernardo a bit as a wing back, but he was everywhere. So I get why they brought Ake in against Saka. Surprised me dropping Laporte slightly because Laporte is that guy that can fizz balls into the middle of the pitch, and I don't know if we haven't got a ball playing centre back today. Is the one thing I'd say.
Not Ruben Diaz, no.
No, he's not a ball playing centre back. It's usually Stones or Laporte that the ball playing centre back.
When you guys played against us, I was really surprised to see you guys going long quite a lot to Haaland, and it looks like that's what you're going to do again today. Pack loads of players around Haaland and go long to him. More than try and traditionally play it out from the back. I'd be really
especially
surprised.
Without Partey now. Maybe.
I'd be really surprised to see, But
pack out the midfield.
We just have to now with Jorginho on the pitch. We just have to press him. We have my biggest issue with City this season has been our recycling of the ball in the other team's half. Right, way too slow. Against Villa we were better. Now with Jorginho on the pitch, we have to be good at that because if we get on him, press him, that's where we could win this game.
Yeah, I'd agree because with Partey we lose that physical presence in the midfield, but then looking at the way your team's set up, there's a lot of really good players, but not huge amounts of physicality. So, kind of works in our favour, hopefully. I'm trying to be optimistic. It might not, but...
Can I just name a few names off the bench for City tonight? Felix, Laporte, Ortega, Alvarez, Gomez, Akanji, Foden, who still can't get a game at the minute, Palmer and Lewis to bring on. Obviously 5 subs.
Next season, wouldn't you?
Well, someone in the comments has already said City are due to win the Vanarama League next year with Chris Biggs Montana. Big up to you. Alex looks like a serial killer.
The whole thing of if it is done by next season, then I guess as a fan base we'd be quite happy because we want it done and dusted. So, but this is going to drag on for years. So
yeah, you're going to have to make a lot of videos about this, mate. Let's go to Chelsea. How they line up away at Dortmund. Kepa in goal. Reece James, Thiago Silva, Koulibaly and Chilwell at the back. Loftus-Cheek gets a rare start with Enzo in the midfield. Ziyech, João Felix, Mudryk and Havertz up top. Again, the bench is stacked. Kovacic, Chalobah, Mount, Zakaria, Gallagher, Azpilicueta, Chukwuemeka, Cucurella, Fofana and Hall. So again, the depth there that Chelsea have got on the bench is incredible. And Emre Can and Jude Bellingham in the midfield tonight, and Bellingham captains Dortmund tonight. A great chance to watch a bit of Jude.
Yes, well, he's a very good player, as we know.
Chelsea may be in for him.
We've got enough talent there to win the game. It's just they're not clicking well together at the minute, and that's obviously down to them literally just being all thrown together. I'm not a fan of doing things that way. I think it takes time to build a team. I don't think necessarily just buying a load of players that your opponents want or that are the biggest names is a very good idea.
Are you embarrassed?
I was going to say you might support the wrong club if that's your.
I'm not. No, do you know what? I'm not embarrassed. I've never known a case of where it's worked. Reminds me a little bit similar to when Gareth Bale left Tottenham and then they just bought a load of good players and nothing worked.
Yeah, remember that.
And
they did that. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and also now you're also going to have to remember that they're going to have a lot of big egos in that squad. And there's so many of them that they're not always going to be able to play. I'm not a fan of having Kai Havertz up front. He's not a striker. not that we've seen anyway. I don't know. I'm not confident about tonight, to be honest. Like I said, so.
But it is good having Reece James and Chilwell back.
That is one very good signing.
Chelsea,
do you know what I said this at the start of the season before the first transfer window closed? If you actually look on paper, balanced, I think Chelsea probably has on paper. Let's be clear, the best defence in the league
in terms of squad depth and
balance.
There,
everything what they've got, but it just hasn't worked.
Yeah,
because Koulibaly, we were talking about him being one of the after Van Dijk, maybe the top centre backs in Europe a couple of years ago. He hasn't really pulled up any trees at Chelsea.
Well, it's very different when I think you come in to play in the Premier League. I think if you buy defenders that are already Premier League based, like Ben Chilwell, for instance, you're going to get a good amount of use out of them and they're going to be reliable. I also think with Koulibaly, we wanted him years and years ago, and I think we've waited until he sort of got towards the end of his career. But that's not to say he's not a good player, because his first few games were really good. I don't know. I mean,
your best defender is Thiago Silva, though. He's come
signed
from
a new deal.
And isn't that I know, but isn't that worrying as well that our best defender is the oldest?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Yeah, that's a bit.
He is one of the best out there in terms of even now.
Yeah,
I would
he
say.
is. He's
Listen,
reading
with-
the games
with-
Unbelievable
insane.
he
Yeah.
is. The
Yeah.
experience he's got.
But I mean, listen, with Reece and James either side, we are a completely different team. And actually, Chilwell links up very well with Mason Mount when he's on the pitch. I know he's not playing tonight he's on the bench, isn't he? But he's still very good. My only worry is, say if Ben or Reece get injured again,
That's what I was gonna say.
that's when they'll have to start looking for actual, like, proper.
So is Cucurella
Not replacements as such, but other first
62 mil
choices.
isn't a good enough option off the bench.
And
in
on the
Cucurella?
right, you've got a really good. I can't remember his name now. The guy
Cucurella
that we've
was
just
bought-
but they've loaned him back, haven't they, till the end of the season?
yeah. Musso?
What's his name? Gusto. Is it Gusto?
Something like that.
Something.
like
Yeah,
that.
but he's apparently very, very good. But they've loaned him back out, so.
Yeah, I mean, Cucurella was bought, I think, and because there was a little bit of hype
wanted him.
around City getting him, and as a backup if Ben Chilwell gets injured, and lo and behold, start of the season Ben Chilwell gets injured twice, so
Reece James got a bit of a difficult injury record as well. And he's
They
They both have. They're both the best. They're both young players, but they do get injured a lot. And at one point we had 11 first team injuries, and you could make a team out of the injured players.
Chelsea have
and
been
it
what
looked,
Liverpool
it looked
were
brilliant.
last year.
Yeah, and I'm just there like, so I don't. This is why when people are getting on Potter's back at the minute, they're saying he's too nice, he's too friendly. I'm not as inclined to be on. I'm not him in or out. I'm still undecided as I was the very first game he took charge, because he hasn't had enough time to be able to
He's only had
build a
one
team.
window. He's only had one window.
Well, one window, and he's had
window?
too many injuries.
I mean, it's one hell of a window, to be
He
fair.
spent a few
To
quid in that
be fair,
window,
it's
though.
my fault.
but
That was the window.
they're not his signings. They're Todd Bowley signings.
But that will still get him sacked. That's not going to be a defence. If they're not winning games, that will not be a defence.
No,
that Todd Bowley will accept.
I mean, we don't know what he's like, do we? The news has come out recently that they're seeing this as a long-term project, and they're looking at things in terms of years, not months. But
they always say that.
the fans
say that, yeah.
I know, but most of the fans are Potter out. I'm really angry. I'm really angry because my first. His first Champions League game in charge, which was his first game ever, I was like, God, he looks like a bit of a deer in headlights. And before that game started, I said, listen, I hope he does well. I really want to be proven wrong, but I'm not sure if he's got what it takes at this level. If you get rid of Tuchel, you need to replace him with somebody better. And everyone was like, you're so, judgmental. You don't know what you're talking about. Even bloody footballers were commenting underneath it, like, who is she? I'm like, well, it's only my opinion. I didn't even say anything bad. And now, lo and behold, we're sort of in that situation. But because of the injuries, I'm not going to judge him just yet. But I do think if he gets to next season and the start of the next season, we don't perform well from the get-go, I do think.
Do you know what? I'd give him till exactly that, like November time. The thing is that I've always said it, Chelsea, since you've got money, right?
Yeah.
You've had success, dropped off, It's always been manager comes in, success, sat manager. It's never been complete dominance, right?
Yeah.
But you have won every trophy. And I think that what Bowley's trying to do is make it more long-term. And no, we haven't.
That's all right. Just had to check.
And also maybe improve the brand of football. But he is going to need time. And if you get rid and go and bring, I don't know, a renowned manager in, it will probably be back to the same way. You win a trophy, have 2 good years, drop off.
Yeah. That's true. That's
It's a cycle.
I agree with that point. But I think
the newer generation of your fans are used to that. That's what they're sort of accustomed to. A little
yeah,
bit.
and we do expect like big things very quickly. But I don't think it's that with Potter. I think we see the way he's trying to make the team play, and it just doesn't look very like fluent. It looks very like they're not really sure about
There's
who
no
they should be
idea yet.
passing to. Yeah, like I couldn't tell you what Potter's style of play is. I don't actually know. I know what Tuchel's is, and you know what Mourinho's is or Conte's is, but this we don't really see it. But again, he hasn't had enough time to work with the team.
I think down the road you might have bigger issues where at Brighton they're on lower wages, lower expectations, and I think he hasn't necessarily got the experience to deal with a dressing room full of big egos.
That's what I said as well. I was like,
concern.
with Brighton as well, like if they finish top 7, that's great for them. That's fucking brilliant. But Chelsea, that's a massive failure, and we're not in Europe.
Yeah.
So it is that was sort of my argument at the start. But I'm prepared to give him a chance and everything. I don't like getting on people's backs and saying, "You're shit. Get the fuck out of our club." No, I'm not that sort of person. I'm not anymore anyway. But yeah, I mean, listen, you can't. At the end of the day, Todd's given him money, players, and you can't fault his lack of. He's not one of those Like,
fair,
for instance, United are complaining that they're not rebuilding the stadium and not investing any money and stuff like that. Well, Todd's the opposite. He is doing all those things. I just think he's a little bit out of touch with how English football works. You know, it's not NFL, and it's a bit more technical.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to rattle through some comments just before we get into the Arsenal-Man City game, which kicks off in 5 minutes. Don't worry about it. We've got more time. Arsenal bottle job is coming, says Minac Daz. A super chat coming in from Tina. Is the typical Arsenal creek incoming? Well, we'll find out tonight for sure. Very good question. Big up, everyone loving Sophie. Agent J2O says Lobby, probably a Chelsea fan. AGT looking smart, says Anonymous. Someone said I look like a serial killer just before that.
Serial killers can be smart too.
Yeah, well, they normally are.
Exactly.
The hitman. Yes, AGT, my favourite presenter. Big up to you, GD, with a Liverpool logo in your badge. Loving that. Yeah, well, exactly. Who would have thought it, eh? How do you expect him to get that experience staying at Brighton with players on low wages, says Callum. That's something he has to just adapt to now. We're getting a bit of a light show as well at the Emirates. Something I haven't necessarily seen before, and there were people saying...
They do that at City in evening.
I think it's a bit... I'm not too sure about it.
When
they did it at the World Cup every game I was there. That's fine.
When you're there, it's good, but I'm not really that bothered.
I'm not too bothered.
To be honest with you, I'm usually trying to finish my cider before I go out there.
Big up. If Arsenal ends up outside the top 4, should Arteta get the sack, says Tina. I don't think he will.
From this position, for sure, you'd have to say that.
AGT smiling because Liverpool actually won a game, says Earth Extremities.
He's back.
Listen, we won the derby. I was in the Kop. It was bouncing. I've only just got my voice back.
Hey, can I just say,
was it really good?
It was unbelievable.
Can I just say,
it was unbelievable.
Van Dijk, is an absolute monster. Yeah. Did you see how he's holding one man?
Bro, you don't want to mess
doing
with him.
this to others, and they were just like literally...
And they were running, sprinting at him.
Ran away. Just ran away, I'm thinking.
You see Darwin jumping in with his hood up. That's my guy, Darwin Núñez.
It's still a massive rivalry, even though you're not really like...
No, trust me, it's horrible, the rivalry.
I think it seems worse at the moment.
It's really bad at the minute.
Because Everton just aren't happy. They're really
people seem to think it's this friendly thing, but not anymore. It's actually like really nasty, actually.
Yeah, that's not good.
Just a couple of stats before we get into the Arsenal game. The players are in the tunnel now. Let me tell you this. The last 5 games these two teams have played, Man City have won all of them. I believe it's...
further than that.
No, it's way back. It's like 1 in 20
Let's just stick to 5, right? Kickoff's nearly here.
Who are the favourites for this game? I want answers for both of you.
I think it's 50-50.
It's got to be City, hasn't it?
I mean, look, now without Partey...
Arsenal haven't lost at home this season, though.
Haaland looks like he's ready for war.
Do you know what? I last night was saying on all the shows I did 50-50. Now without Partey, it might
51-49.
Yeah. But look...
Brexit.
Yeah.
If Arsenal get an early goal...
What a mess that was.
What we need to do is we need to quieten the crowd down. It's like when we play at Liverpool, right?
Yeah,
when we play at Anfield, first 20 minutes, do not...
Doesn't really work for you, but...
Recently, we've done better. I think we got draws recently. Well, not the most recent one we haven't, but
I am buzzing for this game as a neutral.
As a neutral.
City have got to be the favourites. They've got 4 out of the 5 last league titles, and they smash us every time they come to our ground for the last 5-6 years. So
they're not the same team, though.
Well, very much. It's the same skeleton of the team. I mean, okay, but...
Come on, you're not the same team. Don't do that. 2 weeks ago, you weren't doing that. Don't do that now.
I was doing it 2 weeks ago. Ask him. I was on the show.
Really? But you were being sarcastic, though.
We can't prove sarcasm. We can't prove sarcasm, can we?
The little smirk tells me
everything. You can't see into my soul, AGT. Listen.
Okay, so you're not going to get top 4 this season then again. Tottenham are going to finish above you again this season. Is that what you're saying?
You've taken a triple jump there.
Well, you're saying the same team.
All I said is that
last 6 seasons.
All I said is that Man City are the favourites for this game and the favourites for the league title. Ask great football minds like Gary Neville.
Last time you played us, you played your B team and we played our A team, and we were lucky to get a result against you. Right? That was the narrative. So
it's true.
You love this narrative shout, don't you, bro?
I'm just going with narrative.
Honestly, I've never seen someone mention the word narrative.
It was a close game. It was a close game.
Sarcasm can't be proved.
How far away is Jesus from being back?
About 3 or 4 weeks, allegedly.
Oh God! What was his injury? Is it that bad?
Knee injury. Yeah.
Knee injuries are always the most complicated, aren't they?
With Jesus as well, because when he had an injury for us after I think it was in his 2nd season, it took him a minute to get back up to pace as well. So I wouldn't expect him to come
I've got to say, one of my favourites.
Bloody injuries.
Listen, we've asked you in the comments, what are your predictions for this one? 39% of you so far. Arsenal win, 43% City win, and 18% draw for this game. Let's go around the table quickly. Predictions.
I have given one because I had to on AFTV, so 2-1 City.
So basically, Daps is notorious for not giving predictions.
Unless.
But you're in the Lions Den yesterday, so you had to do it, right? Oh, unless bribed.
No, not bribed. Not bribed.
Oh, it doesn't look like it's a legit way of making money, does it?
Classic City.
These
Classic,
do you know what I mean?
brown envelopes,
cheats, bro.
Brown
All
envelopes.
these man want is brown envelopes.
So don't start on cheats.
That's why I'm wearing C tonight, mate.
Well, I mean, you lot had to pay us for stealing our
all right,
scouting
that's
stuff.
a big Steve shout. But listen, we'll move on because I haven't got time to read out all the breaches that you've done. Nick, score 2-1 City for Daps. What are you going with?
2-1 Arsenal.
2-1 Arsenal. 2-1 to the Gunners.
Can I do a score prediction for that one? I think 2-1 Arsenal.
You going for the Gunners?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
And what is your prediction for your team tonight away in Germany? Long pause.
You know, the problem is, babes, is that, like, I would love to say 2-2 or something like that, but we can't score.
Yeah. So you'd love a draw.
You'd love to go with a draw. You're really
that's
sticking
the
to the
dream.
Chelsea
You can pick
narrative.
anything.
That's
I think she
dream.
means she just love to see her
The
team
draw
score
is the
multiple
dream.
goals in a game.
Yeah,
And there's no away goals anymore, don't forget.
Is it
They
not?
don't count.
Is it not now?
No.
I liked that rule.
I love that rule.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay,
I like
do you know
that
what?
rule tonight, but
I think 2-1 Dortmund.
2-1 to Dortmund.
Dortmund have won their last eight, I
going
believe.
against
Listen,
their team.
we are due a win, and you know whatever. I don't know what Potter's been doing in the dressing room this week, leading up to this
Wand's out.
game. Yeah, that's what he needs. He needs a wand, or he needs some sort of. I don't know. He's not an aggressive manager, is he? So I don't know what they're. Although he did get funny in his press conference, didn't he? He was like, "You can't make it this far
away.
whilst you're."
Just to interrupt you there, Sophie, I have
Whilst
to
you're
because
being-
we've started the game
Yes.
at the Emirates, one of the biggest games in the Emirates era since 2006 at Arsenal. Can Arsenal really show everyone what they're made of tonight and win and take that 3 points into 6? Is it?
Yeah, I mean it's a big game. Obviously, I wouldn't compare it. I saw some polls and stuff comparing it to biggest
United
games
Champions League.
against. Yeah, I wouldn't compare it to
United
Champions League's
League,
final
yeah.
stuff. Even if we were to lose, we can still go on a run and potentially clinch the league. We're a long way out. I'm hoping. They've gone with a back three. Saka, absolutely had a job done on him by Ake last time. But in a back three, hopefully there's going to be more space. Tomiyasu will give him a lot of support. First Tomiyasu and Saka link up
I'm a
right
fan
now,
of Tomiyasu,
hopefully. Yeah, I love Tomiyasu. Yeah, I DM'd Mikel saying Tommy's got to start over White, and he's gone with it. So appreciate that, Mikel. But yeah, I'm hoping that there's space there. We can definitely win games.
Do you know an interesting one?
Go on.
Aerial duels. So I know Gabriel's been very good this season, very good. But
There we go. Martinelli's just
Chance for
nicked it
Martinelli
away.
getting in behind the midfield, and it's Nketiah in the box. Early doors goes for a shot, and it's blocked by Diaz. But Xhaka
I don't mind that. I'm really
Where's
happy with
that
that from
going?
Xhaka.
Good
start.
Don't listen.
1 minute
Listen,
in.
just watch
Xhaka.
your head. It might be over here. But the point is, I want to be seeing our midfielders having shots from distance, which we just don't do. We have such quality. He can proper hit the ball, and he just doesn't do it enough. So I don't mind that. 1 minute in, let him keep doing it. Later on,
Who are you supporting today?
he wants a draw.
Football.
Yeah. AGT moving like Ted Lasso. Just need the moustache with the super chat there from John.
It's recorded in my area. I saw Jason Sudeikis at the pub actually.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, live in
Pick up
Richmond.
him. Is that because of this shirt that I'm wearing, or I actually sound? I'd hope I don't have the same football knowledge as Ted Lasso. But big up to you. Jorginho looks good, says Zixi.
He's had one touch.
Christ, that's
He's had
BT
one- he's had
Sport
one-
levels, that.
He's had one touch.
That's a
mate.
Michael Owen one. That.
Yeah, 1 minute in.
He's looking really sharp in the opening exchanges.
I think this is Potter now basically going on his rant about.
Has he always been great?
That
Has he
hoodie
always
does
been great,
not
Potter,
suit
but-
him.
I like.
No, I agree with you.
Look.
Him in tracksuits just
Bro,
look weird, yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
He's,
Oh no, I think he looks nice.
he's
though.
a kind of, suit, trousers, shirt, and jumper.
Yeah.
Not a track. And
It's
that
like seeing
colour
your
is washing
estate-
him out. If
it's
I
like
wore that
seeing your
colour, it would
estate
wash me
agent.
out
Yeah.
as well.
I think
Agreed.
he looks nice there.
You've got to wear something that brings
I do
out the
like a bit
colour.
of beige. No, I like guys in long sleeve tops though.
Well, we're all fine,
You
boys.
three have all been great
So far,
today.
so good.
No, but
Appreciate
you're all sort of in jumpers. I mean, like a
Oh, right, okay,
t-shirt.
cheers.
Wow. Yeah.
Thanks for the start tips.
You're welcome. I've got
Like
none.
what you're wearing, basically.
Yeah, like one of these. Yeah. Well,
Got
no,
you.
this is a
Basically
bit.
that.
This is a bit too tight. I want like a t-shirt, but not too tight, but not too
A
baggy.
long sleeve t-shirt.
Not too tight, not too baggy.
So just a regular fit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Brilliant. We hate Manx, says Mank Rat.
Oh,
Fair enough. That was
Bit
concise.
aggressive.
Short and
Concise,
concise.
direct, short and
Well,
simple.
I'm sure there's multiple comments saying how, another City fan that's not a Manx, so that clearly can't be.
Not yet, actually.
Oh,
We're still
well.
waiting for those.
I'll never
I'll let you know when they come in.
Yeah,
though,
they will
'cause I
come in,
get
don't
them as
worry, they
well.
always-
I get
they
them
always-
as
don't know
well,
if you
mate.
remember this. You were on the stream actually. I'll never forget the time I got literally annihilated for how I pronounced Gundogan.
Gandogan.
Gundogan.
Interesting.
Gundogan.
That's probably
Gundogan?
that is
It's
probably the
Gun-
way you should
Gundogan.
pronounce it.
Gundogan. Okay,
Yeah,
I
I'd
still
say
can't say it.
Gundogan.
I said Godogan. Do you remember that?
That's right. You didn't say Godogan.
What?
You said
Godogan.
Godogan. It was like when
Like you're
Robbie,
calling your pet in.
Yeah.
it was like when Robbie goes,
That's great play from
Real
Bukayo
Madrid,
Saka.
that Vinicius Jesus looks good. No, Vinicius is what he said.
What did he say?
He said he was supposed to say Vinicius
Arsenal
Junior.
got a free
Yeah,
kick
yeah,
there.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
just,
Jesus.
yeah, he's just been
it was,
caught.
yeah.
Yeah.
Vinny
Excellent.
Jesus, basically.
Yellow card, ref. Yellow card. Set
Ruben
pace
Diaz
early.
Getting away with one, maybe.
Set
Not the
pace
captain
early.
tonight. Who is the captain tonight?
Gundogan.
Oh, right, there you go.
I like the
Ruben
communication
used to have it,
between the
though,
Arsenal
Nah, Ruben's
players.
never been because
I've seen him wear the armband a couple times.
So it must be when there's not seniors on. So Pep has this senior thing,
he
and
did it. He was at Anfield in the 0-0 last season. he
Ruben for me should be captain.
was. Yeah, he's a leader.
Yeah,
He hasn't
and
played, though.
Gundogan's very quiet. He's been injured for a while. To
So
be fair,
many tinkers that
Yeah.
Pep does. Edison joining the crew of people to wear braces, but then get veneers, which doesn't make any sense.
has he got veneers then?
He does. It's like, go through with it.
Leave him alone.
For years,
Leave
as
him
an
alone.
adult, and then go.
Free kick goes
Do you know
in,
who
and
else
it's
did
not
that?
the best free kick, but Martinelli's going to keep it
Who
alive.
else did that recently?
The guy out of
Just, you know
James
what I mean?
Bond.
Don't have braces and then skip
the
the
best
process.
crop.
Go
and just
through all
pay
the
for
yeah.
veneers.
That's
You know what I mean?
weird.
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
It's a
Who
weird
did
one.
that?
Edison's done it, and I think there was another one as well.
Probably Jurgen.
No, I love Jurgen, but he had proper like cigarette teeth.
Yeah, he had really bad teeth.
I love it though. AGT, serious question. How long will it take for Xhaka to get sent off, says Thieving?
No, it's a new Shaka. It's new mentality.
I'll give it 62 minutes.
Nah, don't do that. Listen,
Do you know what
don't
I
do
would have
that.
done?
If I was
New
a
mentality.
I mean,
Here we go.
look,
First
Jorginho could have
physical duel between Haaland and Gabriel. Let's see what Gabriel can do.
Oh,
He
he's on
gets-
his
he
bum.
gets a slip.
That's what he can do, and Morris is in
De
offside.
Bruyne's edge of
maybe
the
not.
box.
awful pass.
I thought that was offside.
Awful
No?
pass.
So good defending. Good
Gabriel
defending in the
put
end.
on his backside early doors.
We'll
Nick.
take that throw. Yeah, I don't know if he's putting his backside. He slipped over.
Well, he fell. He was on his backside.
Things happen.
I wasn't joking. But Haaland's done well in the initial
We have
battle
yet to
there.
see a slip cost us the title. Do you know what I mean? There's plenty of time. Plenty of time. Looks
You're going to have to do a
onside.
pep and apologise for that comment later on. I did a video on that this morning, and I rate the fact that he actually came out and apologised for
Yeah.
that.
Okay, shake my hand.
I mean, listen.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. You might not be
I'm
invited back, but
emotional. I'm emotional. What can you do?
Do you know what?
I am
I don't know if
ashamed
you
more
saw
than you
after
can
the,
believe.
after the game against Villa at the weekend,
It's a foul.
Pep looked
no foul there.
Pep looked drained, like he'd spent a good 4 or 5 days just battling, and I think the bet we got of him. That's
Yeah.
not the right way
He
of
just
saying
lost
it.
his head a little
Yeah,
bit.
Yeah,
it makes
yeah,
sense what you say.
100%.
I
But
mean, listen, there's obviously, I'm sure Big Steve was all over it. He was loving it.
Oh, I was
There's
loving it at
United
the time.
fans
It's
that
funny
was loving
'cause
But
it-
when you look back and now he's apologised, you can see that he's done the right thing.
I think
Yeah,
football
100%.
managers
That's
don't
Pep.
like
Pep
dealing
likes
with stuff.
football.
Gerard's
Pep
at
loves
home going,
football.
what?
I think football,
Okay, that's a
football
bit
managers,
harsh.
football
Hold on.
managers don't
Yeah.
like dealing with
Yeah.
stuff that's not football related. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
Do you know what?
that was.
It's
Who
the
was
way-
that, Xhaka?
Pep is a fan of football, right? You've seen the way when he'll go up to players on other teams at the end of the game and say, "Why don't you play
Like
like
with
that more often?"
the Palace player. That
Yeah.
time.
Shout
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
foul there. Is that a foul?
And
That's down the back.
I think he
Yeah,
probably
it's definitely
thought,
a foul
I've,
there.
I've tried to rally the troops. I've been a bit rattled, but
I'll
in
apologise.
hindsight,
Fair play. There's that famous picture, isn't there, of Gerrard beating Barca in the UEFA Cup in 2001. Guardiola's in the midfield and Gerrard tries to shake his hand. He doesn't shake his hand.
Really? I've
Yeah,
never knew
famous picture. Watch my video on the Cop TV after. Anyway, Gundogan with the cross, and it's blocked from Nketiah after the City corner. They're stacked in terms of numbers and names in the box here.
And Nketiah's already started doing quite well. The ball's going into his feet, and he's just popping it out nice and
Popping
quick,
it,
and
yeah.
just keeping it moving.
Recycling it. Grealish coming inside.
Can't stand Jack Grealish.
He did say when he was at Villa that scoring for Villa at the Emirates, in his words, said it was it was his most favourite stadium in the league, was the Emirates. Playing there tonight.
That came up very, very high there.
And Jorginho nicking it off Ake
like
there
in the
as well.
first half, first game against you, he kept doing that.
21 minutes.
But in a back three
till
as well.
Chelsea
I mean,
kick off as well,
committed
guys.
and
We've
they're
got
committing-
both.
Do you know what it is?
We're going to be able to get attacks on the counter
that was
just
poor.
like this
Yeah, you
because
will.
you commit so many players forward. What's your passing saying?
Do you know what it is,
Saka
though?
carry that.
Saka
You should
here.
be able to get beyond
But
Bernardo.
look who's there. It's Bernardo Silva, and this is the thing. This is why when we got rid of Cancelo, Pep said he had a midfielder in mind that could play there, and to play in that role for Pep, you have to have energy and legs. And if you look at Bernardo Silva's heat map against Villa, he was everywhere. So he will get back.
That's frustrating for me because we had a big opportunity to go on the counter and mount an attack, and we just didn't do it. Martinelli was gone along the left side.
Didn't really have much support on that side, though.
Yeah, but it's Martinelli's legs. You play it through to him. You can go for a goal scoring opportunity directly.
See, this isn't how you need to be playing with Jorginho in the team.
Look, as soon as anyone can find Jorginho, they're packing.
Yeah, that's a real attackers. That's
He's
a
got
couple.
away with another.
There's a couple fouls.
That's gotta be yellow now.
That was Bernardo that time.
Yeah,
No, but the
Bernardo
last
again.
one was Bernardo as well.
was actually, yeah.
That's two Bernardo fouls.
should
We
have
have
the
forgot-
yellow.
No, the first one.
It was
wasn't a
Bernardo. The
foul.
first one was Bernardo.
No, it was Ruben. It was Ruben.
No, the first one it was
Look at this,
Bernardo.
look at this, look at this. I thought it was worse than I thought.
It's not that bad. He was
No,
missing.
I thought
It's the
his right
second. It's the
ankle-
second one. We're
thought his
at
ankle
risk.
rolled.
We're at risk of losing out on some justice again at the moment. Ref's got to take
I
control.
love how you lot have switched to that after the weekend. didn't you?
Well,
We've
we've
got
lost.
listen.
The excuses there. Ready.
It's not an
Fully
excuse.
loaded
It's not an
excuses,
excuse.
ready to fire.
The Premier League came out and said they made a mistake. It's not an excuse. It's a fact.
I mean, they did. They also made a mistake with the first goal that was disallowed for Brentford.
So
mate, you should have
they're
had
making mistakes.
We
Oh,
lost the
agreed.
league because of a poor referee decision last year at Everton. Remember the hand of
Hand
Rod?
of Rod, it was beautiful.
Yeah, of course. See, so when it's back on him, he says it's beautiful. Do you know what I mean?
You know what to expect from City.
Swings
So.
and roundabouts.
Exactly. Swings and
Swings and
roundabouts. My
roundabouts.
arse. Edison clears it. We're just under 10 minutes in, and it's been a great
Great
game
touch
so
from
far.
Zinchenko.
Fantastic touch from Zinchenko.
I
But
don't
he
know
might
what
have
he's
lost
done
it
there.
out
He's
there.
just bitten off a little bit more than he
Gets
could. Just
away
a
with it.
great pass as well.
Saliba.
Good pass.
Martin Odegaard is special as well. He's a special player. He's up there for chances created.
Oh, and they got behind the midfield. Now this is dangerous. Jorginho trailing, Xhaka trailing.
Great
Well
tackle.
done.
This is the
Saka.
thing
It's
at
a
the
great
moment.
battle
We're
between
still
those
not
two.
looking like the City of old.
It's a good little touch and
Sloppy
spin there from
passes.
Nketiah, but Ruben Diaz has done well to.
This is a great question, super chat from Stephen for all of us. Big up the panel. What's everyone's favourite footy moment ever?
Oh,
Who wants to take that one first?
I can go. I remember when Chelsea played Barcelona in that.
0405, Ronaldinho outside of the foot.
How do you know that?
4-2 it was.
Well, it's Michael Essien's goal, actually, that I love.
Okay.
Not that. But that was the best goal I remember seeing because back then
That was
Barcelona.
0809, that one. That was
Yeah.
when Iniesta scored in the yellow kit.
Yeah, sorry, God, we're like 2023 now, aren't we?
Yeah, long time ago.
Yeah, I was like 16 or something, but I remember being in the Mafia lower, and that was the game where that bad referee was. But that one
That was
goal
it, yeah.
was that Michael Essien goal. It was
Great
like
goal.
it was a pass from Frank Lampard, and that was my favourite.
Just that moment, like the euphoria.
Yeah, I don't
of
think
that
I have.
moment.
Then I have like Chelsea going
miscommunication.
against Napoli at home. The year won the
Okay.
Champions
Yeah.
League. That was crazy. I've got a lot
It's a
of
real 50-50 game.
I've got a lot of
Yeah,
moments.
no, listen, we're all lucky enough to have witnessed our teams achieve greatness. What is your favourite footy moment ever?
Arsenal winning the league at Spurs' Stadium, 100%.
and then Nketiah is in, goes for goal, blocked by Ruben.
Again, we're just getting through on the counters. We're able to
Should
counter
we say
against this
that?
back
Let's
three.
do it the moments you've been at though, because were you there?
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't there.
Let's do ones you've been at.
I was there for FA Cup semi-final against, was it Chelsea Cup semi-final? I haven't been at any Cup final games live. Poor communication again. But yeah, the FA Cup semi-final when we beat Chelsea and then went on to... No, we beat Man City in the semi-final.
Yeah, you did.
And then beat
Yeah.
Chelsea for the final. So yeah, I was at that game. So that was probably my favourite moment that
That
I've
was
been at.
Arteta's.
Yep.
Yeah, first
Daps?
season. Yeah, see, it would. I
It's
wasn't
got
at.
to be beating Liverpool.
I wasn't at 93-20, but that would be my best ever moment because it was the only league I got to witness with my dad. But that was at home because he wasn't well at the time. But yeah, it would have to be last season. Final game of the season.
Shouts for a foul there, no?
winning the league against Liverpool
Winning
by
the league,
cheating. No, that's good. Favourite footy moment ever.
Agendas will agenda.
I will go with, in terms of moments. Oh, it's a good question.
Is this a foul or not? He's
What
So
on
many
that game?
moments.
I probably found that to be
You
fair.
know what?
Nearly took his head off.
It's obscure, but when I was like 13, I went to Fulham away, and we hit the bar 4 times that day. We were waiting for United slip up to win the league. They lost that day, and Ben Ayoun scored with the last kick of the game, and it was sunny. Me and my Scouse cousins, unbelievable.
See, I've got
day,
one like that. As a kid, the most I ever celebrated at Main Road was last day of the season We lost to Queen's Park Rangers, but Blackburn won the league and United didn't. So the end of the day,
95.
I think it was 95. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what a very good football memory was, and you probably can share this. You know, remember when Chelsea played Liverpool at Stamford Bridge? It was 4-4.
Unbelievable game.
But it was back and forth. Like me and my
It
dad
was
were looking at each other
Lampard's
like,
mum just died as well.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
And
he
he was
probably-
like putting
Or Haaland in
But I
behind.
lost count of who was going through at one point because it was just so back and forth.
because
It
you
was
won the
brilliant.
first.
That's what Saliba's
leg,
really good at.
3-1
He's not good in the air, but that
Ivanovic
on the
scored
ground,
two.
very,
won
very
that back
good.
Yeah, so,
well.
yeah, which is why
Because
on
Haaland's
aggregate we were all
that's
looking
crazy.
like we were like,
Yeah.
who is going through now? Because
Yeah.
I think Chelsea did in the end, but that was very
No, you
convincing.
did. We actually played each other from 05 to 010 every year in the Champions League.
The good old days.
The good
But
old
You know,
days.
what, in answer to that, I could just say all my favourite moments are years ago when we actually used to see. Like, I feel like now because the Premier League's so hard, it's all about being technically good and working the ball
Yeah.
into the box.
I'm
You
with
know,
you
you
on that
don't
one.
see the the really good, massive strikes from outside the box
Yeah, you do
and
see
The
less
early
of them at the
noughties.
moment, You're right.
yeah, like Michael Essien at Arsenal, that sort
Tony
of goal.
Yeboah.
Yeah, that was like 1992 or something.
Now it's just all
You know
about
what,
how
though,
technically good you are.
You're
and I'm
sort of
like,
right, yeah, because I was at Anfield the other day, and Jurgen Klopp's had a go at the fans for shouting "shoot" on the clock, especially when a player's around 30 yards. And then it got me thinking,
Tommy
like,
Asy's doing really well. Jack
We don't
Grealish
see
so
those
far.
anymore.
Look, you'll always remember the Vinny
Gerrard
game,
used to
the Vinny
score
goal
about
against
4 of them a
Leicester.
season.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that used to
Gerrard
match
used
match of the day used to be the goals of the season, the goal
it
of the
was
month.
4 of
What just,
Gerrard's.
yeah,
There's just a lot less football initiative, right?
Yeah,
they play a
yeah.
system, and you're not going to get like I said. I want our midfielders when the ball comes loose, just whack it, but they won't because it could cost the
build
manager his
up.
job
Yeah.
because you're
well, and
you're
that's the thing
gambling.
with the Vinny goal against Leicester. You could see the whole team, including the manager, telling him, "Don't shoot."
Yeah.
Right?
thank God he didn't listen.
Well, he said, "I'm not having a load of kids tell me not to shoot with everything I've done in my career."
Fair play. He has done a lot.
which player was that?
Vinny
Company.
Oh yeah,
doing
yeah, but that's what
amazing
I mean. That's
work
what I mean.
currently right
Yeah,
now.
that's
He
what
is.
I mean though. Like, and I miss those days because you do want to see that. You do want to be shocked. And also, yeah, and
Those
also
30-yarders.
those sorts of goals
Sort out
would
this
now
passing,
change
Jorginho.
games where they're very tied.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
that's supposed to be what he's good at.
The last time I saw him was
That's
probably
what I'm concerned
Thiago
about.
last season against Porto.
That's what I mean about the power. He just doesn't have the power that Thomas
Ball
Partey
comes
does.
in and Haaland at the back post across the goal. No one's there. Big chance for
First real
City.
big chance. Yeah.
Ooh, he is dangerous. He scares me. In a night, he's got a
Do you
baby
know what it
face,
is?
but he's scary.
An assassin.
It's
Yeah.
his pace in the box, the way he just comes
No,
alive.
but there's a high chance when he gets the ball that he's going to score. I don't have the
Yeah.
same feeling with Kai Havertz. It's like an 8 out of 10 chance he
It's
won't.
one that- Do you know
That's
what?
what we'll
Havertz
see.
is one that I
Winners,
agree
no?
with you, but I can't say it too loudly because of the Champions League final.
Yeah. Where Chelsea.
Yeah, but that's he's known
and
to pop
Havertz
up his-
scored.
Some
Havertz
players
sgot
get consistent
Yeah.
goals, and some players get important
That's
goals.
one.
Yeah,
that's one
and that's
good
what-
point.
Drogba wasn't
You just
a
gotta
consistent
not
goal
touch.
scorer.
Oh,
but
I
he
like
scored
Kai
in
Havertz. I think
big
he's
games,
I think
yeah.
he's a good player. Is he physically strong enough for the Premier
going
League? I
on
don't know.
That's a problem with Aaron Ramsdale at the moment.
Problem with Ramsdale. He's taking his boot off.
That's not good, you know.
Arteta looking stressed on the
Listen, we have the
sideline.
He
USA.
always looks stressed.
We have the USA number
against
one,
us-
so
against us in the FA Cup, the guy that kept Turner, is it?
Matt Turner, yeah.
He looked really good off
He's
his
good.
line.
He's
Very quick off his
America's.
line.
He's the American number one.
Well, it's
He's
definitely
played
not
for
Zach
America,
Stefan no more, is it? After that semi-final last year, I think
wow.
that was him done.
Is that him? He hasn't played since.
Yeah, you know, shifted. I was
that
always
was
thinking he wasn't good though.
unbelievable, that
The thing
semi.
is, right, with him is, I was saying it for the 2 seasons that he was with us, that playing out from the back we always looked nervous, but because it was always in the League Cup and we were playing teams we were better than, we'd always end up winning, so it wouldn't be spoken.
Yeah.
When we come up against Liverpool, it's like, yeah, this
I
guy
still
looks
don't
bad.
understand why he played. Is it because he played every game before that and he felt loyal to him? Yeah.
Arteta's just taking his time to have a little chat with the team, a little mini team talk, while Pep is just sipping water, and it's just 2 different strategies.
You know,
Obviously, one team. But I say we don't know. Maybe your team's much better drilled than our team, and you don't need that mid-game team talk, whereas ours do.
Apparently, Stefan is on loan at Middlesbrough at the minute.
Is he?
Yeah.
Very good that Tommy Asu's on his case though.
Yeah, I was
At
going to say
least.
Someone should have been following
He's
that
dealt
in.
with Jack Grealish really, really well, and he handled that situation as best as he can. He's not very rash, Tommy Asu. He won't commit too. I don't want to jinx it, but he won't commit too many fouls, dive in, anything like that. He tends to stay on his feet. Ben White's a little bit more rash. You know, will dive in a little bit more. So
Yeah.
that's the change I wanted to see.
You know the City assistant manager, Rodolfo Borrell?
Yeah.
You know, he used to manage the reserves at
Great
Liverpool
tackles,
for years
Zinchenko.
under
Did he?
Rafa Benitez, yeah.
I thought he'd been with Pep for ages.
Well, if you look him up, he was at Liverpool for a good period under, I think, Benitez and Brendan. Still 10 minutes to go until Chelsea kick off. The 2 times winners of the Champions League. It was. Yeah. Ramsdale looks okay as he kicks the ball just past the halfway line.
I'll tell you what, someone should have been following that Haaland ball in.
Ooh,
that's
given
really
away
sloppy.
from Tommy Asu.
Really, really sloppy. But sloppy from De Bruyne again. It's just sloppy from everybody.
Yeah, it is.
Sloppy all round. Sloppy Giuseppe.
There you go.
Sophie, X is cooking you, says Josiah.
Cooking me?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't actually know. Is X doing a stream right now or something?
Is he being rude again?
Probably.
Well, he's not speaking to me at the minute because I rang him during the 4-1 Leicester game.
Sure.
And he was very upset about.
So you've been cooking
that.
him, really, if anything.
Yes.
Absolutely.
he said he's only speaking to me because I'm pretty.
Is that what
It's
he
a
said?
compliment, at least.
And I'm not saying I am, but that's what he says.
Is that what he said?
Yes, he says
I
that.
can't imagine him saying
and,
that.
and because of Mary, Kate, and Ashley.
I can't imagine him saying that.
Yeah.
Maybe he probably
just with the
probably treats you differently to how he treats me, but
Straight over my head.
That's just my general talks with expressions these days. He doesn't. I don't really understand.
Should I be offended?
It's like speaking to somebody like who's French, and they're speaking to me in French, and I just have to pick up little words, little bits of what they say.
He
that
does
make
speak in
sense.
riddles and sayings, doesn't he?
Yeah, so I don't really understand anything he says. I just hello, goodbye, cool,
You
Soph.
should speak to his brother. He's far more direct.
He says, what does he say? He says when
Mary Kate and Ashley, by the way, are what expressions has nicknamed Sophie's.
say no more.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Say nothing means
I think I
I'll
know.
be there.
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
I know where you're going with that.
No, just the guy. You were confused, so I had to.
I'm
sort it out.
definitely not now.
Stephen Borman, big up my twin bro AGT. This guy has actually got the same birthday exactly as me. Same day, same year, everything.
Oh.
Big up to you, man.
Me and my dad had the same birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
That's mad, that. Man City fan, thoughts on James McCarthy?
Good player, great player. I didn't want him. I was actually speaking to someone at work about him today. He's a Sheffield United fan. I didn't really want him loaned out, but it's what it is. Good player, very good, talented player.
Nice. Predictions have come in, by the way. 44% of you have gone for a Man City win, 36 Arsenal, and 19% draw. Saka.
You still have to say that City are the favourites just because of the strength of their bench. Like, this game does look quite even at the moment, but you guys have much more that you can pull off the bench and change a game. And we obviously don't. We're building that, and we will get there, but we're not there quite.
Trossard's a good
Yeah,
option
we've
to
got
come on,
Trossard, but then you put Trossard up against all the talent they've got on their bench. It's mental. So, you know.
No, I think he's good.
No, I do think he's good. I'm saying they just have more. We literally
Yeah.
just have Trossard to come on and change the game. There's no one else really in an attacking sense that's going
And
to
who
come
will
on
you
and change
take
the game.
off for him?
It depends on how it goes. It could be Martinelli or it could be Nketiah, depending on how it goes.
Do you know what
Great
someone
touch.
said to me?
Oh, that's
That's a good ball
unbelievable
from
from Martin Odegaard. Oh,
Martinelli,
To the
has he
left,
got the
to the left.
awareness? He does.
might have to name my first son Martin. He's so good.
No,
Martinelli, look
This
up.
is when you could shoot. No,
I don't
not
think in 2023
Yeah,
there's
don't
many
call him.
Martins left. Great ball in Nketiah!
Oh!
Great chance for Arsenal. Number 14 Nketiah.
There's nothing wrong with
I
it. We've
thought
got
that
to
was
keep
going to go
In
in.
Flashes the
trouble.
head wide.
It's the cross from Zinchenko as well.
Yeah.
He's so
Great cross.
He's unbelievable, Zinchenko. He's so talented. But that's what we have to keep doing. You know, we've done it's 20 minutes in. We've done it once. We've got to keep doing it.
Great
close
ball
is
that
his
is.
header?
Let's have a
Very
look.
good ball.
Probably not.
Oh,
that.
he's got to be doing a lot.
He's got to be getting on target.
that.
He's
Get
got
that
to.
on target against Edison.
Oh,
scoring
he's
as well,
not
by the way.
timed it, Nick. He's not timed the jump.
No.
And the neck swing.
You know what? The annoying thing
pep
is, you get him doing exactly the same thing in a League Cup game against Nottingham
And he'll
Forest,
score.
and it goes in 100%. He loves a cup goal, but in the league, we need
he
that
good with his head?
consistency. Is he good with anything?
scored
I mean,
with
it's
his
just
head. Ooh,
like
harsh.
no, but he scores really scrappy, sloppy goals. So I'm sure he
Another
has.
one against West Ham. He spun his man.
That one was good. He scored a couple bangers, like the goal against Brighton in the cup. I was there, like unbelievable goal with Reece Nelson, but it's not consistent. Most of the goals he
Getting
gets
some
are quite
space
scrappy.
down the left, you know.
Shaka, this is
Xhaka
where we
in
love
here
Granit
to cut it
Xhaka.
back and
We'll
get
take the
the ball.
corner.
Getting
Come on.
some space down the left.
Who's number 8 for Arsenal again? I can't see from
Odegaard.
here. Odegaard. He's called for the ball a couple times now,
He's the
and
captain.
he's not got it.
He's the captain.
Who's this?
as well,
City
so he
fans,
should.
is it? What?
I would hazard a guess that they're
Looks
Manchester
more like
City fans.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say you could. You
I was
know better
looking
than
for
me.
Big
but
Steve. Couldn't see it.
All the Newcastle fans were like topless and had no clothes on. I was like, guys, it was freezing
Yeah,
that day.
they're from Newcastle.
All the
I
young
know, but I
City
was
lot
there
are
like,
always,
guys, you're
all the
mad.
young City lot are always blacked out like that. To be fair,
Scouts
the older
as
lot
well
will
as
just
well.
be it's all the young Northerners.
Blacked out,
Yeah.
innit?
Not the
Why
best
do we
cross.
lose
A
that? Why
big
do we
block,
leave
and
that?
it's going to be collected here by Edison.
This is what I like, though. We've got to gamble. Like when we're getting the second ball and City aren't quite in their shape.
Yeah,
just
you do.
gamble. Let's just let's try and test it. And like I say, it hasn't worked so far, but it will work if we just keep going.
You're getting it down the left.
Yeah, I don't quite understand the back three, but obviously, who am I to question Pep Guardiola? But I don't understand the back three against this attacking four, to be honest with you.
Oh,
I'd have Laporte in. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
I would have been in. Do you know what it is? What it is with Haaland playing, right? We're not playing a false nine, so Pep's not.
And Kevin De Bruyne is in, and it's 1-0 to Man City.
Get in!
What a goal, left foot
Alex,
over the keeper. Great goal.
How the hell did you know that was in that quickly?
I could see where
You
the
can
ball
see
was
the
going.
trajectory, but we've done that.
That was sloppy
we've
as
done
hell.
that completely to
That was
ourselves.
very
1-0
sloppy.
City. Tomiyasu mistake. Told to have his chin up there by
That's
his
what we
captain.
needed because now the
Zinchenko
Emirates
rallying up the troops here. But Ramsdale and
Our fans have
Tomiyasu
been
at
pretty
6s
good.
and 7s.
Our fans have been
Yeah.
very good this season at getting behind a player that's made a mistake. When Saliba scored an own goal, they got behind
It
him.
was a great
and
finish from De
10 minutes
Bruyne.
later, he went up and scored. Kevin De Bruyne is an unbelievable footballer.
but very good finish.
Saliba wins the first header, and it's
Look,
just
one
a
look
it's
and
just
first touch, brilliant finish.
see, that's the problem. Chelsea don't have players that can do that at the minute.
Well, you
They
did. You got rid of
definitely
him. You had him and Salah.
You do have players that can do that.
No, we don't. Not
Tomiyasu
not,
tries to pass it
whatever's
back.
happening, the manager, whoever, they don't have the confidence to do that.
It's a great finish from De
The only
Bruyne.
confidence that we can
What
take
a
is
goal.
that their goal has come from a mistake from us. Do you know what I mean?
Should that make you confident?
I mean, if I'm trying, it
Look at
depends on
that,
how
by
you
the
look
way.
at it.
Look
But
at
obviously,
that.
Ooh,
At Dortmund.
that's
Let's get eyes on
good.
that. I don't know if you've just seen that,
Oh,
but that
Todd's
is
there.
unbelievable. Even he's
But-
filming
So,
it.
that I wasn't
That's
sure what you
unbelievable.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
I was-
tifo.
I was confused about
Unbelievable.
which stat we were looking
we
at,
looked
yeah.
and
That is one of the best
do you know,
tifos I've ever seen.
This is one thing you can't, with all the criticism that Todd's getting at the minute, you can't fault him for not caring about wanting the club
Oh,
to do
100%
well.
he
He's
does.
liking bloody Matisse's tweets, sending him DMs.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
He's well involved.
Yeah, which I love. So I
Oh,
don't
he's
hate
embracing.
him at the minute.
I agree with you. He wants good for Chelsea. That's what I was saying. He wants to, for me, he wants to take Chelsea to the level that you're not at. He
Yeah.
wants to improve your style of football, and I think he wants to. He wants it to be sustained.
Yeah.
And he does seem to be embracing. That is unbelievable.
Look
I
at
was-
that.
I was at,
That is incredible.
I was at Tottenham's ground last week, right, and they've got the wall as well, ain't they? But it's just not
Not
quite the same. Not quite the same.
It was actually Flag Day, National Flag Day yesterday. So
Do they do that all
Monday.
the time?
Oh, look at that.
Look at that. That's unbelievable. No, they do this a lot.
Yeah, they do it.
We've got a
they
big one
change
on the
it.
crop as well that flies around everywhere. But look at that.
that's the third foul
Exceptional.
on Bernardo Silva on Bukayo Saka. The third one.
I'm surely seeing that Bernardo has to get a yellow.
Yeah.
here.
At what point are we going to start giving out yellow
Because
cards?
that's three.
Yeah, that is.
And
three.
they could all be
Now, I
yellows.
don't know if it's three. I swear the first was
Bro,
Ruben.
it's three.
He
It's
keeps saying
three.
the first one
It's
was
three. No,
Ruben.
it was Bernardo, the first one.
I
It
promise
was, mate. He's had three now.
Look at this narrative.
This is what I mean.
The narrative
CDMs at Man City, yeah, they always know, and it's a skill, really,
dark art.
how to not get a
You know
yellow
what?
card. Fernandinho was the best.
Bernardo learnt that off of Fernandinho.
Yeah, but it's scummy, mate. Anyway, the players are coming out at Dortmund. What an occasion this is for them. The tifo is there. 81,000 are
Look at
packed
that,
in
the way they keep
to that
changing it as
stadium.
well.
And Chelsea have got some work out here if they're to quiet down this crowd and you know,
And
get
talking
their
of work,
away fans in the
Wallow.
mood.
Talking of work, you lot might have a bit more work as well.
We're getting the opportunities and we're just not threading the ball through. I think there's the issue that we have with this team as well. When Nketiah is in there and not Gabby Jesus, they're not as confident.
No, they're not.
They don't
Do you know
trust
what?
him as much.
Someone said to me yesterday they drop Eddie and play. I think you spoke
Trossard.
about Trossard,
Yeah.
Martinelli, Saka. And
I think that's what we'll
that
see.
against City. That would trouble
could
us.
Yeah,
That
I
would
think
trouble us.
we will see that in the later stage of this
Ball
game.
comes
I
in.
just think-
Tomiyasu again.
Unlucky.
Has to hit the
Trossard was good.
target.
Trossard
Big
was
chance
good.
for
I was at the
Arsenal.
City Brighton game. Trossard was good in that scored against
Yeah.
us, and the first half against us in the FA Cup. Trossard was good.
Mikel's the opposite of Pep, where he hates to tinker. We've made the least changes to our
at
starting
that,
11.
Nick. Got
Tried
to
to
hit
get
the
his,
target there.
yeah, he
Keep
tried
it
to get
down.
his.
I know there's one he's away, but-
It's a really tough one. Maybe he brings that down and takes the first touch instead, maybe, because it's on his weaker foot. It's a very, very difficult one, that, but...
We've a very good looking team at the minute, I have to say. Look at all those beautiful
none of them
faces.
have got long sleeve t-shirts on.
Doesn't matter at this point.
They got the Under Armour on there.
Yeah, they do right now, yeah.
Is that just getting frisky on set? Sean C
there
says
as well?
Daps is by far the most likeable City fan online.
Do you know what? I used to get that until this season, until this season, I was very humble, right? But then everyone was telling me, you need more chest, you need more chest. And I wasn't going Turkey, so I thought, right, I'm just going to, we've got Haaland, I'll be more confident. Now, I've got people going, you used to be humble, I used to like you. I'm like,
Can't win, mate. Can't win. Players shaking hands here. It's
a good pass.
oh,
Chance for Saka!
took too long.
He hasn't even shot the ball yet.
Took too
Stop
long.
it.
Took too long. Took way too long.
Arsenal should have had at least 3 shots on target here.
What was he doing?
He's trying to... Ake does really, really well throwing himself in front of that. He tries to cut back onto his left. He's got to take the shot of his right foot.
Agreed.
Just take it of his...
Oh,
No,
that might
he's
have
on.
been
He's on.
off.
He's on.
He's got to shoot left foot there.
Way too
Left foot
long.
there. Yeah. That's not even the right foot.
He was
bro.
offside,
had the
though,
left
I think.
shot- The left shot
No, you're right.
He should
shot
have
there.
opened his body up and just took it straight away.
This is what I mean. We need more shots in the final third. We're just not clinical enough, not aggressive enough in that
But
final
you're
third.
still getting the chances. It's still early doors.
Half an hour gone
just
here
can't
at the
see-
Emirates. And
versus
Haaland.
Saliba.
Saliba's
Well done,
done very
Saliba.
well.
Well done.
Saliba's
Very good.
Yeah, he's got the free kick
Lots
as
of talk
well.
about him in the air, but he's not really an aerial centre back. But when it's on the floor, he's very, very good.
See, that's the thing, because Gabriel also has not been very good in the air this season.
Yeah.
And Haaland's
Gabriel's
won for
better in the
aerial
air,
duels,
gem-
right? So I
generally
don't know.
speaking.
It's interesting that we haven't really been trying to do that yet this game.
Bellingham waiting for the Chelsea team to have their picture
hell was
taken
that?
before he shakes the
Zinchenko
captain's
just
hand
sends
and
across
does
to
the
the
coin
gods
toss
there.
with Thiago Silva.
I tell you one thing that will be happening out in Dortmund. Todd will be having a chat with Dortmund about
Bellingham.
100%. He don't want him, but he
Better
knows
not
that other
be.
English teams want him, so he will be having that chat.
No, he's got his heart set on Liverpool, Jude.
Reportedly, he wants
Allegedly.
that Nando's.
Can you
He
afford
wants
him
that
that?
Nando's, doesn't he? He wants that Nando's.
Can you afford him?
Don't worry about us, bro.
Okay,
Just
no
concentrate
worries,
on
mate.
this game.
Fair
You
enough.
are losing right now. It's half an hour in. Arsenal 0, Man City 1. What do we make of the missed chances in the comments from Arsenal? Sunshine Moonshine says, Arsenal 2 games lost in a row. What is going on?
No,
2 games lost in a row.
That's what
they drew the
Sunshine
last one.
says.
To be fair,
I don't know.
they
Fair
drew.
enough.
Against City maybe.
Stephen says, is Sophie a
100 games
model?
in a row.
If not, she should be.
Oh, thank you, Stephen.
Yeah. Big Liverpool fan. He's the twin
Thank
guy
you,
of
Stephen.
me.
Oh, yeah,
Same
you said the same
birthday,
birthdays. Yeah.
Are you wearing a long sleeve t-shirt, Stephen?
Sadly,
That's
yeah, that's the real question. No, I'm not a model. I'm too old for that malarkey.
Wow.
I'm not tall enough.
Never too old.
Too old. I feel it. I feel old.
That one wasn't quite a foul from Bernardo, but
I don't know.
Again, though,
I
he has
saw
got
the
away
referee-
with another
he's got away with another
I
one.
can see a
Penalisation.
little agenda building over here.
No, bro. There's no agenda. That's a yellow card, at least. For
No,
four
it should have a yellow.
fouls
To be
equals
fair,
a
I was
yellow,
going to say
surely.
the ref was just speaking to Gundogan, and I don't know if it might have been about that.
Maybe. Calm your boy down.
Dodgy touch there
To
from
be frank with
Haaland.
you, it's past speaking. It should be.
Real Madrid also playing Elche tonight in the La Liga. That's currently 0-0. Elche.
Jorginho just lacks so
you've
much
seen the
power.
Barcelona
It's just
stuff
so
as well.
frustrating.
That's mad.
Barcelona.
How
yeah.
is that a foul?
And they
how
won a
on earth is that a
Champions League
foul?
within that, 2015.
Because that is.
Did you hear that?
And that is full on
What's
bribery,
that?
right?
That is so.
That's
there was
Juventus,
I don't know if you
same
heard
thing
this,
as
Soph,
Juventus.
as well. So Barcelona, there was accounts or what are they? Reports or
Put mon- they-
the
yeah.
screenshots. There were screenshots of 1.4 million being sent to the head of refs in Spain from the years
Yeah,
2014 to 16, and they won the Champions League in 2015.
And the thing is, with what City have done,
That
the
is
one thing
full-on bribery,
Yeah,
allegedly.
Juventus, and with Juventus, when Juventus did that, they got relegated because it is full on
Take
bribery.
Barcelona down.
Barcelona-
I want them playing.
What the
I want them
fuck? I don't
playing
like that.
Ibiza away.
Barcelona's a mental club.
We
There's
go.
just a-
Oh, I go.
We're there.
Hey, yeah.
in many generations' time, when all these people are like long past it, there'll be all sorts of documentaries and stuff coming out about all of the dodginess in football. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's, just,
100%.
it's insane.
There's-
And that's why I think the
Well, I
City
think-
news is going to change the face of not just English football, but football. Because now a couple of other lids might get lifted.
I think because of
I don't
this,
think
Looking
so.
at you
with
guys
City,
as well,
I'm
Chelsea.
telling
no.
you now, with this thing with City, lids will be lifted because City will make sure that every
gonna have
single
the book
lid
thrown at everyone else.
is lifted.
Yeah, which is fair enough.
Which is how it
If
should
you're
be.
going down, try and drag everyone down with you.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, Chelsea are fine because they found a loophole. This is my whole thing. If our lawyers find a loophole, right, does that make it fine?
Is it? No, it's not.
Exactly.
Fun.
That's
It's not fun.
it. Doesn't. I agree with you.
No,
it doesn't,
but their contract loophole is a bit different to.
we don't know. There might be loopholes that. Look, we've got to wait. For me, I'm just waiting. I want it done as quickly as possible because it's very long until it isn't.
Quickly as possible. It won't be like that. I know.
Theirs is very
It's
different
long-
to
it's
yours.
long
As
for
a
you
fan,
right
it's
now.
very long.
It's
Very
long for you right
I'm
now.
going to know what cheats in Germany is next week when we go over there.
Yeah.
'Cause
We'll find that. Someone let us know in the comments. How do you say cheat in Germany?
I
What's
don't know.
going
I
on
don't know
here?
what's just happened. Yeah,
Yeah, what did happen? Oh, Chelsea have kicked off.
Chelsea have kicked off for a minute in there. I don't know what's a yellow
Someone's
card. is
getting a
coming
yellow
out now.
card.
Who's this for?
I reckon it's got to be
Surely
Bernardo.
it's
He's
Bernardo.
just realised.
Kyle Walker.
it was Kyle Walker's. Kyle Walker was the one fouled that led to that free kick, and I don't know if it was time wasting or what. I've no idea what that was for. They've taken the free kick.
You see
The
that
game's-
new rule as well about if you're the third player of a team. To
Oh,
approach
Mudrik's
your
in.
Go, go, babe, go.
Early
Run.
chance here for Chelsea. Mudrik.
Great
tackle from Sule.
If you're the third,
Great challenge.
if
Wow,
you're
what
the
a
third
Motherfuckers.
player of a team to approach a referee, you get a yellow.
Third.
Third.
Really?
So
Is that a
Ruben
new
Diaz
thing?
the other day, two City players went up to a ref about
That's- yeah,
we've
'cause
got a foul
that's-
saying that should be a card. Diaz was the third. Didn't go over there aggressive or anything, and the ref just turned around and gave him a yellow.
That's how Matey got a red. Who was it that got the red card? Lamina. That's how Lamina got the red
Lamina.
card
Was it?
for Wolves.
I don't
Yeah,
And it's the third. It's
He was the third player,
So
yeah.
it's like, and
Ruben
I
Neves
guess
went
it's
over.
saying-
Is that basically when the ref starts to cack his pants a bit when three of them come round him? Right? United would have been effed back in the day.
Yeah,
then, innit?
Jesus Christ.
When
Yeah,
you got Roy
it's screwed
Keane,
now.
Van Nistelrooy, all
Yeah.
these man jumping on his head. Madness. Reece James heads it out for a throw-in. Fantastic footballing venue, this one in Dortmund, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's one of the
Very
true
nice
greats
pitch,
in
I'm just
Europe.
thinking.
Look at this tackle on Mudrik.
I'm
Doesn't really get it there,
all
and then
great.
gets it.
So I'm
Rolls it
really
back.
irritated. I missed the City game this season there. But I really want Milan to put Tottenham out because I want one of the
They're
Milan
halfway
teams in
there.
the next.
So you can go
Look at all
Yeah.
that space that
Before-
Zinchenko's in. Look at all that space.
Liverpool played
Lovely. We
twice.
found
we
him.
played AC and Inter in the Champions League last year.
Yeah, it's
Won-
like us.
won
We
both
played.
times.
It's like us. I went Atletico, and then 3 weeks later went Real.
Yeah.
Great touch
Oh,
from Martinelli.
that's a handball
Yeah,
from Nketiah.
great touch from Martinelli as well.
And the keeper
I
claims
think
the
it's
ball in
interesting when you
Dortmund,
do
but
that
he
as
looks
well,
to
'cause
be
you get to
fouled.
see what the fans are like.
Has
Like, for
Havertz
me,
left something in on him
Atletico
there?
Fans are better than Real fans.
Oh, 100%,
Yeah.
bro. Atleti.
And
He would say that.
Atletico de
No, but
Madrid.
the other thing is,
It's like
Yeah,
City
of course he
versus-
would.
It's like
No,
City
but
fans
there's
versus United
no-
fans.
course
You
he
don't
would.
find many Real fans in Madrid.
Ooh.
Like they all come in
That's
on
what
coach
people say
loads.
about Man United.
No, but you know what? You know Raul?
It's another yellow
Another
card.
yellow card here for a City player, and it's Edison. Time wasting.
They're nervous. We've got them on the
That's what
ropes.
you
They're
mean about
nervous.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So you know Raul.
Yeah.
You know you just said most Madrid fans aren't from Madrid. He's from Seville.
Is he?
Raul is, yeah. He doesn't like that people know that, and I'm lo siento, hombre. I've let out a secret there, but yeah, he should support Seville or Betis, really. I mean, I should support Barnet technically.
Who does Joe Hart
Hold
play
on.
for now?
Honestly,
What?
I was born in Barnet.
Question. I don't
I
know.
swear down.
Wait,
My real dad's from down here. My mum, it's my stepdad from
that's
Manchester
what I'm
that
going
raised me.
back to. You know, I live in Liverpool, but my mum moved from Liverpool to
So
Barnet.
my nan and granddad owned a watch shop
No
on
way.
Barnet.
That's mad, bro.
Yeah, my real dad.
Who does
was,
Joe Hart play for now?
Because he was at Spurs, wasn't he?
Celtic.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Does he?
Celtic.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, he's their number
Is
one.
it Pep that actually, like, because I don't really understand what happened there. Did Pep say basically you're not good enough? And he
Do you
had to
know
go?
what?
He didn't play a star. He can't play out from the back, Joe Hart.
Yeah.
And as soon as
Do
he
you
saw him
know
in training,
what?
he knew straight away
it
he wasn't
it
the
was
one.
a
He
bit
froze
of a-
him out though badly, didn't he?
He did. It was a bit
It's not a
harsh,
question
man.
of throws out. You can't play my system. Sorry, mate.
But I'll
It's
always
football.
remember his last
Savage,
game
though.
for City
No,
because we knew he
ruthless.
was
It was
going.
not
ruthless.
It
And
No,
his
it's
last game for City, he was actually playing out from the back really well. And
Yeah.
look, but as
I think
a
I
fan
remember
base,
that game.
we all didn't want him to go, but it was like we've wanted Pep for so long, and that was his first big decision. We're like, we can't go against it because
No.
he's
Yeah.
doing it for a reason. But then
Yeah.
we brought in Claudio Bravo,
work.
and it didn't work. And it was like you've got rid of Joe
You didn't
Hart
really
for this.
fix that until you brought in Edison,
It was the
really,
next-
did
it
you?
was, but it wasn't just that. It was also if you looked at the fullbacks we had at the time, they were all like 35,
Yeah.
and it just didn't work. And it was
Kolarov.
Kolarov, Clichy, Sagna, Zabaleta.
How-
All of
wow.
them. They're probably
Average
all about.
age of like
yeah,
34,
this is the thing.
bro.
People always say what Pep inherited because going forward he inherited a lot. But at the back, we were just like, our average age was 34.
Great tackle from Jorginho. Jorginho's not been too bad. I still think he lacks some physicality. His passing lacks a little bit of a punch, the way that Partey's does. But he's not been too bad.
But of course it is.
He's just been very sloppy. Jack Grealish, annoyingly, has been good. Not on the ball, but it's off the ball work. Pressuring Tomiyasu and stuff has been really good.
Getting stuck in there as well. Feisty game.
There's elements of Jack's game that you're starting to see. Pep's like exactly that. His pressing has got a lot better.
£100 million for pressing is a bit ridiculous, though. But it's
agreed. But I mean, 72 million for Pepe was also a bit ridiculous.
Horrible.
Do you know what though? I'll stick up for Pepe. 16 goals in all comps in his first season at
Agreed.
Arsenal.
I said I wanted 15 goal contributions for the season.
And you got that.
And we got
Did
that.
he really in his first season?
Yeah, the flop narrative is a little bit unfair when you look at his numbers.
I think he was.
I think a lot of it's character as well.
In that era with Arsenal, there was a lot of like even with Lacazette, he came in and he got benched a lot. And then by the time that they started playing him, you just bought Aubameyang, and it's like, well, his confidence is blown now. You've just gone and bought another striker, and now you want to start playing him. So I do think sometimes
it's not really any advantage in there. Bizarre not to give that as a foul.
Still very
we win it back though.
City.
Xhaka, can he find
great ball over
Martinelli?
The top.
Can.
I think it went off. I think it went in. Did
Penalty.
It not go in?
I don't know what he's given.
What's happened here?
Penalty
to Arsenal.
There's 3 people there, ref.
Let's see
a card. There's 4.
5, 6.
Let's see a card, ref.
What is going on here? I don't understand what's happened. It's a penalty.
I thought the goal went over.
Whatever.
Massive scenes here at the Emirates as Arsenal through Eddie and Ketia.
I mean, I think that might have actually gone in as well, to be fair. Or Edison, that is shocking.
Is they giving that as a penalty?
Edison might be sent off here.
Yeah, he's on a yellow.
Could be sent off. He's on a yellow already.
I think that's what the ref. I think that's what the Arsenal player.
Hold on.
He's on a yellow. Yeah, he's on a yellow.
Hold on.
That's a foul.
Oh,
that is a foul.
Yeah.
Mate, that's a foul. But it didn't go over the line. They're not talking about that. But that is a foul. It's a big foul. How is that not a foul? That's a yellow card as well. Edison could be off. What's going to happen here? What is going to happen here? It's a
penalty, and it should be a yellow. If it's a penalty, it should be a yellow.
It probably should be, to be fair.
I can't believe it. Martin Odegaard with the ball in his hands. The rain is
The game's heating up.
Do we all agree that if that's a penalty, it should be a yellow card?
I totally agreed with you.
Yeah, to be fair, it should be.
Oh, dear.
Meanwhile, over at Chelsea, we're 8 minutes in and not a lot's happening.
Sorry.
Who's your penalty taker, Odegaard?
We haven't had many penalties. I think it was Saka normally. Because, he's been on like 100% record since the World Cup miss or Euro miss.
Now what you're going to see is a lot of mind games. You've got Grealish standing right in front of the penalty spot. He's been pushed away now. Ruben Diaz going back.
This is big for you lot just
to...
It's a huge penalty. And I don't understand why Edison hasn't had a second yellow card right there, to be honest.
Edison, should he have been sent off? Let us know in the comments right now. Otherwise, Kyle Walker's going back in goal. Bukayo Saka with the ball on the spot.
Will be on. But that will be long. Second half at the Emirates with 10 men would have
I did say this is not just a football test. This is a mental test, and it's another mental test for Bukayo Saka to overcome now.
Arsenal fans praying
Gone
on
Saka.
the touchline. The rain's falling down in North London. Can Bukayo Saka equalise for Arsenal here? Edison lucky to still be on the pitch, in my opinion, pointing to his right-hand side. Saka, 3 steps, and he goes.
Edison.
41st
Edison
minute.
doing all the mind games.
Edison,
I'm building it up. This is the job of the presenter. Bukayo Saka, can he do what he didn't do for England at the Euros? We're still waiting. Edison pointing to the right-hand side. He's teasing him, saying, this is where you're going to go. Trying to get in his head a little bit.
Come on, Bukayo. You got this.
Edison,
you pick a spot and stick to
Saka.
it.
Go! Scored. It's 1-1.
You know what? I must say, it's always silly when you do that. You're telling him you're going to go there, and then he goes there.
Thank you, Edison.
Why don't you go there?
You should go over and point and say thank you. You should go and shake Edison's hand. You should go say cheers, mate. You gave me a bit of advice. Thank you.
Edison's
Come on,
got
1-1.
Seen red there for me as well.
It's that same fan we saw earlier. Come on.
Tears in his eyes.
I can't see why he wouldn't.
Edison, a lucky fella to still
Wow,
be
it's
on
all
the pitch.
kicking off.
I don't understand why he's on the pitch anyway. But there you
I don't
go.
like the teasing. I think that's
we just go back-
that's not
I don't
nice.
mind it. I don't mind the
games.
teasing.
No, that's not okay. You can't do that.
If I'm a player, that's not teasing. I'm just saying,
If you score,
you should put the penalty here.
That
was very poor
Well, you told him to put
goalkeeping.
it there,
Away
so
from
he
the
put it there.
fouls, that
Yeah, I
was shocking
agree.
goalkeeping from Edison as well.
Yeah. I don't mind the
pen.
goalkeeper teasing personally, because when I play football, I chat an incredible amount of
Me too.
I
told you.
Good penalty from Saka. Like, very good.
If any of my mates are watching, they could attest in the chat. I chat mad to people. So
Scott Carson on the bench there for City, the only Champions League winner in the squad.
We got Ortega on. We haven't got Ortega on.
I saw him on the. Well, he might not have been
Carson's
on the bench.
like he's
Oh, you just wanted to get a dig in there, so you
part
thought
of the furniture, isn't he?
Yeah.
It's true though. It's factual. 8 goals this season now for Saka at Arsenal, and that is maybe his most important one in what is potentially the most important game at the Emirates era.
We should be winning this game.
Corner for Chelsea. Let's go to Dortmund,
absolutely
Sophie.
Be winning this game now.
João Felix swings this one in, and it's headed away.
No Chelsea players even attacked that.
Very
10 minutes in. Ruben Loftus-Cheek getting a game for Chelsea. I never thought I'd see him play for them again.
Loftus-Cheek is
He's
so
been injured.
average.
Yeah, for real.
He's so average.
With the players you've brought in, I can't see why Bumcheeks is playing at all.
He's incredibly average. He was a good youth player, and he's really struggled to adapt into the men's game personally.
Ooh, well in Mudryk.
I mean, none of them are adapting at the minute. It's all a bit.
Tell you what, both these
all
games
over the
just
gap.
feel
You know, he's
sloppy.
28
Jude
this year.
Bellingham, what a pass. What a man.
Loftus-Cheek's like 27, 28 this year. Like he's not a
Simping for Jude on here.
Nice.
And De Bruyne does
De
well.
Bruyne is so good.
Xhaka takes it off. Haaland, will he keep it
Is
in?
Dortmund a
No.
really rich club?
No, it's run
No.
by the fans.
Shut up.
Yeah,
It's literally the nicest
German
stadium
football
going.
German ownership is mad. Like they've got some rules that like the fans have to own a certain stake in each club.
I
and
love
stuff
that
like
though. It would
Wow,
never
that's
happen
brilliant.
here.
Yeah.
I remember
Do
the
you know
Bayern.
what?
I remember the Bayern.
Look at how beautiful the stadium is, and the
massive.
Yeah,
pitch
the
is
stadium's unreal.
bright green.
I
And
remember the Bayern chairman saying like I could put the price up and people will
Yeah,
pay,
that
but
was it.
what's a little bit more money in my pocket? Football's for the fans. It's
Yeah.
very different to England.
Do you know
Oh,
what?
I
Extremely
love
different
that.
culture.
The Germans are so far ahead of this country in so many different ways.
Oh, 100%. Would you ever
Like-
live there?
I probably would.
I'm
Yeah,
I
German.
probably would. Are you?
Okay.
I'm German.
Emre Can
Don't
from
say it too
range.
loud.
Corner.
My nan is fully German, so I'm
Oh,
German.
here we
It's
go.
all fluffing
Good
about in the
great
box.
Great
save
save.
from Ramsdale.
Great save, Ramsdale.
It's going off in both games
It's
here.
good dogging, actually.
Good
No, I'm
dog.
joking.
Good
That's
dog.
terrible, isn't it?
Good dog.
Everyone's like, Sophie knows nothing about football. This is terrible. I was like, well, you've got a point there.
Crimea River Daps
Shouts
says
for
Hyundai
Gundogan
7.
to be
Can we get
offside
some
there
more
for
water,
that.
please, in here?
I think he might have been offside
Yeah,
there.
can we?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that as well.
The Dortmund cop is bouncing.
Dortmund cop.
Yep. Well, no, that's what they call any stand that just has one tier.
Got you.
Big up the Cup TV. Right, the midfield battle.
I don't mind that. I like that. I want to see some
It's tense
physicality
here.
from Jorginho. It's the weakest side of his game, but he can't shy away from
Passing
it.
is so sloppy.
Jorginho
great
giving
foul.
away a foul,
Great foul. I like
but he's
that.
not going to get booked for it.
Just sloppy
Go,
passing.
go, go, go,
all
go,
over
go,
again.
go, go, go.
Gives a little
Go,
F
go,
off to
go.
the
He's already done a hell of a lot better than Willian did for us last season.
Corner to the boys.
corner to Chelsea. Jorginho, a bit of knee-to-knee
That was a clever
action there
foul, to be
on
fair.
Mahrez.
Yeah, it's a great foul. I
Graham
like that
Potter
one.
spitting in his...
6 minutes of added time.
Get
My
up.
goodness.
6 minutes of added time here. We're going to go to 51 minutes at the Emirates.
And it's a free kick for City in a dangerous position. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne is just so good. I can't say it enough.
See what his
he's
delivery's
so
like.
technical.
It's a floated pass to the back stick, and Gabriel heads it behind for a throw-in.
This is how they got their last shot that led to the shot from Gundogan before. So who's going to go for it? Is it Carl Walker going to go? Okay, they're going to go
this
short
corner
then
for
because Grealish is
Chelsea.
not going to throw it long.
We'll see what his delivery's like.
That's a foul throw. No one gets called for foul throw. It's literally only Bellerin
what,
that gets
you
called
really
for foul
have
throws.
to-
It's only Bellerin who I've ever seen get called for foul throws.
Two in one game as well.
He gets for every throw, and he used to do it a lot.
Bellerin
I
was
understand, but
really-
that
yeah,
was a
yeah,
foul
yeah,
throw
yeah.
as well. To be fair,
Yeah.
I've got to be.
But
I'm going to
I
die
think
on
with
this
it,
hill.
It has to be really, really obvious.
That was a
foul.
good. That was a proper like.
That wasn't
little-
Bellerin levels.
Ah, mate, great tackle from Martinelli.
Chance for Chelsea.
Great tackle
It's
as
another
well
corner
from
for them.
Nketiah. Nketiah on Walker getting stuck in.
Mahrez goes down way too
Goes down
easily
way
there,
too
and
easy, yeah.
Jorginho breaks with Saka.
Bukayo, let's go. Let's run this ball now.
Is there any chance of some more water, please, on the set?
He's got 2-1 in Bukayo. That's a
Saka.
great. That's a yellow
Surely
card
it's
as
a
well.
booking
How
now,
many?
that's
Thank
5.
you. Oh my god. Should barely be.
Look,
It's not even 3.
he said
said
3,
it's-
that was
it's about
5. I've counted
I've
5.
counted 5 as well.
Oh,
Six.
but Silva's such a little...
Oh.
Look, that's a great touch from Bukayo as well. Flicks it between the two. He doesn't even need to make that
Do
foul.
you know why you didn't get water the first time? Because you said it following on from a comment that was someone said Daps Crimea River,
Yeah.
and then you said, "Can I have a water?"
Yeah, why
I don't
not?
wanna get-
Literally straight afterwards, because I was thinking, "Oh, you don't actually want one. Could I have one, please?"
£1 a bottle for City fans.
What's impressed me actually.
That's mad coming from a Liverpool
£2
fan.
since the emails have been leaked. Yeah. It's inflation.
I tell you what, Jesus Christ.
I'm very impressed. I'm very impressed. I saw it in what other game was it? One of the really tough games you had. Was it United? I can't remember where you went.
Come on, if we can go in 2-1 up, this would be huge.
You went 1-0 down, and your recovery was just really good.
Let's try and get another shot on goal here. Let's not go backwards, please. Let's not go backwards. It's a great ball.
Martinelli on the right-hand side whips it in, and it goes over everyone.
Not enough of a target,
question for Sophie in the comments from Grimbo. Can Sophie play football?
I did in school. I was a central midfielder, and they'd always make me defend, and I always wanted to be up top, you know.
Big ball up top. There we go. Nice. Well played.
I'm not very good.
No?
I used to love training and playing on the AstroTurf.
If you could compare yourself to a player?
Why not? That's good.
I feel like I'm a Kante.
Okay.
But with a bit of a fiery edge, with a bit of a shot on me, yeah.
Okay.
I can't kick a ball for anything now, but back in the day.
Evil Kante. Interesting.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Nice one. Grimbo also says Grim must be found winning the FA Cup.
Oh.
It's not what I picture when you say the words evil Kante.
That was really poor from Edison. Really poor. Was it?
That's a foul.
He's jumped in with his eyes closed, mate. He's not even looking for the ball. His eyes are closed.
How has he not sent him off, though?
I mean, there's shouts for a red. I think the only reason it's not a straight red is because Nketiah does get the shot off, so he's not necessarily stopping a goal scoring opportunity. But with this, I mean, Edison's probably got to get the assist, didn't he? He's told him where to go.
I like how they're showing the fans more now. It's really fun.
Well, Martinelli's
I'm not listening
well.
to you.
Thiago Silva with a yellow card, Sophie, now. He's had a few of them in his career.
Poor communication there again.
Edison just gets rid.
There's nothing worse than when you're 1-0 up and you concede. There really isn't.
Pretty sure losing 3-0 away at Brighton is up there, mate.
Yeah, actually, fair point.
And Wolves.
Yeah, free kick there. They're really struggling to deal with Haaland, as you'd expect. He's a big, strong unit. Saliba tries to hold him off and just gets a foul on him.
The thing that's made me laugh this season, where, say if it's a game where Haaland doesn't score, and then the rival fans go, he's really easy to deal with. Yeah. He's really easy to deal with. Well, come on. No, well done that you managed to stop him from scoring. He's not easy.
But even then, the only way we're really stopping him is by fouling him a lot. Do you know what I mean? I think Saliba, his game in the air isn't good, and he's popped the ball up off his head. He wants it down on the floor as quickly as possible so he can play on the deck. And you just, with Kevin De Bruyne and Mahrez and these players, you just do not want them to be putting balls in the box in this sort of position.
Why have we got rid of the away goals thing? Why?
I think...
Are you thinking of putting a few past him today, then? Or?
I mean, it works in Chelsea's favour a little bit.
They're in here. Chance, big chance!
What was that?
Goal kick in the end.
Mahrez swings it in.
Mahrez whips it in. Great header out by Tomiyasu. It hits the bar! It's come off the crossbar, and City spurn the chance to go in at half-time. 2-1 up away, and it's Rodri who hits the bar. Good ball in from Mahrez.
Anxiety-inducing.
Oh, it's Ake. It was Ake.
This game has got flavour.
It was headed by...
I really like Ake.
See this.
It's come off Tomiyasu.
Rodri, just gets it into the danger.
Literally just bounces off of Ake's knee, I think.
It must have done. Let's see. What does it?
It's popped up off his leg, it looks like.
Yeah. Ramsdale just making sure it goes over the bar for a corner. Could have caught that.
Rodri, they did score from a corner last game with Rodri, but we do have someone on the near post this time. Come on, let's
in the air as well.
Now we're trying to ride it out, and we had opportunities. Whenever I see Aaron Ramsdale going for a punch, I just get so nervous.
I like Ramsdale.
I love him, but the couple of times he did it against United, he did it against Brentford, he just flaps it, and that's half time. Oh my god!
Half time here on DR
Everybody
Sports.
breathe.
Arsenal 1, Manchester City 1. Daps and Nick, how do you react to that? A game so far that's been pretty end to end, but Arsenal maybe unlucky to go in just 1-1.
I think it's fair. I think I'm more unhappy about the fact that Edison doesn't have a red card, to be honest. But I think on the balance of play, I think 1-1's probably fair.
Arsenal fan upset about refereeing decisions. Shock.
They've issued us an apology, so it's not unfounded.
Oh, I'm not meaning once. I'm meaning for the past 15 years.
They should issue us apologies for the last 15 years because again, it's still not unfounded. The facts are the facts, but I think 1-1 is probably fair.
Yeah, I think so.
Because as much as we've had chances, they have also had chances as well. So.
It's going to be a good second half, I can tell you that.
Not a City fan talking about referee decisions, says GD.
There you go. It's all brown envelope FC over there, isn't it? So
yeah, 100% proven as well, reportedly.
But give us your synopsis of the half, though, Daps, because City's didn't start well.
No, it's been sloppy. Our passing.
Do
you know what? It's the same as
Game's still going on in Dortmund here. Only 20
That
minutes
was
in, by
Mudryk
the
that
way.
pissed
Nothing.
off that.
Most games, even the games this season that we've been better in recently, we're still looking very sloppy with our passing. Same this game, we've been sloppy. Bit worrying the amount of cards we picked up as well, to be fair.
Carl Walker, Silva, Edison.
Positions you don't want fullbacks.
Both
on,
fullbacks
yeah,
on
you don't want
yellows and the
fullbacks on
goalkeeper
yellows.
as well. So
And your midfield tackler
Yeah,
in Silva.
yeah. Well, he's one of our fullbacks, I think.
Yeah, he's
today.
playing wing back.
He's playing wing back,
I mean,
potentially,
yeah,
so,
I know, but he's inverted and he makes
so-
a lot
Yeah,
of bad tackles.
yeah, it's true.
So, look,
Looks like a
I
good
don't think
grill,
we would be mad.
that. I might buy that.
Yeah, I was just looking at
Yeah, that steak looks gorgeous.
Look out after.
I don't think I'd be mad at a draw. Look, I want to win, especially with Partey out. I do want to win, but I wouldn't be mad at a draw because going into a title race, City not allowing Arsenal to go 6 points ahead, with the fact that we do know how to do it, I'd still be, that's fine.
Yeah,
take the-
you guys
take
are the
the
more
draw.
likely team to go on an unbelievable 8-game unbeaten run.
We're
than
still
we
not.
are.
We're still not in the right gear yet. We're still not. I think we're still in about third gear at the moment, at best.
Hungai 7, Daps, you're already shivering, boy.
Who said that?
Hungai 7.
All right, yeah, man. Freezing cold.
Daps is such a baby. This guy's just got it in for Daps. Be nice. Be nice.
Daps is all right. Daps is all
No,
right.
we like Daps,
Cool off the dogs, Arsenal fans.
Yeah,
He's
come on, G.
He's a good lad.
Arsenal going to talk about referees. Sick face, says Drew Summers.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, you can be sick all you want, mate, but facts are the facts. Edison should be off.
Such a BS pen, says Shaquille Ahmad. Tina.
Do you think it's a BS pen?
No, it was a penalty.
There we
a
go.
pen.
There we go.
Thank you for being honest.
To me, I just think, like you said, Edison just jumped and closed his eyes. Like, I'm sorry, yeah. Edison's usually very brave. We've seen him take studs in the head before, right? He's brave. That wasn't brave. He just closed his eyes and jumped. Like,
It's so clumsy.
yeah, it was.
Yeah. We've got a super chat in from Tina, who says the rule in Germany says that the fans has to own 50% plus 1%, and an investor can only own 49%. That's why Red Bull Leipzig is unpopular in Germany.
Oh my god.
So it sounds good to you, but then you'd have to give back half your trophies, wouldn't you? So it's a bit.
No, but how, as a fan, don't dig. How, as a fan, how do they afford that to own it?
Probably got some fans foundation, I
Yeah,
suppose.
just I don't even think
Tina
they
will
have
tell
to
us.
actually put the money in, or maybe it's just a concept, and I don't know.
That's really good though.
But I'm gonna research more into it. I mean, it would never happen here. It just wouldn't happen in England.
Fucking hell, Chelsea.
Jude Bellingham pulling the strings, running the show here, by the way, in Dortmund, and it's headed away again. How have you summed up Chelsea's performance? 23 minutes in now, another corner for Dortmund.
Same old, really. I mean, we have João Felix looking very good. I'm glad to see Ben Chilwell back in, but there's not really a lot going on. Okay, yeah,
Yeah, I've
Mudryk's...
somewhat neglected this game,
Mudryk's
actually. I'll take it.
Yeah, honestly, nothing. It's same of what's usually going on. Really, I don't really see any game plan. I don't see a game plan. I don't see a strategy.
Are you concerned at all about Ziyech's mental state, given that he obviously didn't want to be there at this particular moment?
Not really. He's always had the same attitude. He's always had a bad attitude. And that's why he's not been
Don't
played.
make a difference.
No, but he has.
Yeah.
And that's a well-known fact. He doesn't care about playing for Chelsea, and you can tell that because when he played for Morocco, he was like hand on heart, blah blah blah. He doesn't really care about Chelsea. He doesn't want to be there. But so I personally wouldn't play him if he doesn't want to be there. But what can you do? It's not my decision, is it? But he is a talented player when he wants to be.
Absolutely, he can turn it on. That's for sure.
But this is my problem is more with the whole structure of the team at the minute. I don't see a game plan. I don't see, like, Tuchel had this way of just making the players pass the ball so well. I don't see that here. I see a lot of just faffing about.
Well, Ziyech, another player who was rumoured to be on his way to PSG, is playing tonight. And how long do you think it will take, Sophie, for him to really nail down his starting 11, his favourite 11, or his best 11 on the pitch? Because we've seen, as we've said, mentioned it loads of times.
Well, I think we sort of know what it is already.
I don't think you can, though, because you've not seen...
No, we know what it
enough
is without
from all
it.
the
Without
players that you've
no,
bought.
we know what it is without injuries. It will be the new players that we bought. That's why we've bought them, for them to play. And they were expensive signings. They weren't, a little backup here or there.
Adeyemi, is he through?
I'd say we don't. I'd say we don't know the system better. I'd say that's a better word for it rather than the actual players themselves. The system is just.
they're in. It's good
walking
football.
around Enzo
It's
Fernandez.
Good football. Jude Bellingham smashing it. Seb Haller knocking off Enzo Fernandez quite easily.
Enzo with the huge 12 appearances.
That's
in
what
the
I mean. Look, João Felix is clearly a very talented player, but I don't see a system like Tuchel had this way of, and it doesn't have to be Tuchel that has to be a manager, but he had this way of, we played out so well from the back, and every pass was just like spot on. Like the players could read each other really well. I don't see
you know
anything
the
here.
spaces under Tuchel. You knew what players were going to pick up what spaces. You'd almost have
They
to.
were just.
not
It was
look,
like they were just on it, and it was very very
But
quick.
how long do you think it took Tuchel to get that down?
Well, I mean, he was only there for a year and a half, and he won a Champions League, and
Yeah.
a Club World Cup.
Yeah.
And
But I'm just so that we can give Potter that same amount of time. After how long did you think? Okay, Tuchel's got this.
he made an impact from the get-go, really.
Okay.
He was very good from start to finish. This
Yeah.
is just very.
Obviously, he had the benefit. I know you guys. He bought players, but he did have the benefit of a lot of the players knowing
I mean,
each other.
like I say, I feel like we feel bad when we criticise Potter because he's an English manager and we want them all to do well and all that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, we don't need to see on the pitch the full product at the minute because we know it will take time for injuries to come back and everything like that. But I don't see a game plan here. That's the problem.
Chance Sebastian
It's
Haller.
a great run
Side
from
netting.
It's a great run from Julian Brand as well, and he just doesn't get closed. The gap is open. They don't close the gap. They're just a little bit static, Chelsea.
I just see a load of players that are very talented that don't really know. That can only come from the manager.
Yeah.
They're not being told how to
defensive lines
get
as
the
Or
best
they're
out
not
of each
listening.
other.
Or they're not listening.
Yeah, which one is it?
What, as in they might have lost the dressing room type situation.
Or never had it in the first place.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because if you bring in big marquee players,
lose
a lot
what you never had.
of big marquee players want to play for big marquee managers, right?
Yeah.
And if some of these guys
100%.
look at him and think, I don't know, obviously it's speculation, but
Yeah.
some people really command, and
You already know
Potter
Aubameyang
doesn't
wasn't there
seem
for him.
Potter doesn't seem like
listen,
he has that gravitas.
It depends. Some fans will say you don't need to be a very assertive, aggressive manager and stuff. I personally prefer one like that.
Yeah.
And I think Tuchel had just about enough of it where he wasn't as angry as, let's say, Mourinho, for
Yeah.
instance, but he was very assertive, always on the touchline. Like assertive would be the best word for it. I see Potter as Potter would suit more of a mid-table club and try and get them to climb a
I mean,
bit.
we kind of
at
are
the
at the moment.
Stop it.
Unfortunately,
I
he's
mean,
brought them
Alex,
downwards.
to be fair,
So am I, for sure. But we've got Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah, I've never seen
Jurgen
anything
Klopp-
terrible.
Jurgen Klopp has a track record of success.
But even with what you just said there, you're saying we've got Jurgen Klopp, got the best
Yeah, you've
manager.
got Graham
Chelsea
Potter.
fans aren't saying that about Potter. Do you think the same way about Potter as you do as Klopp?
Said it. Absolutely not.
That's what I mean.
God no. He's a janitor compared to the owner of the building.
But Klopp's
Jurgen
another
Klopp.
one where he's not exactly
up
rude.
the
He's not
janitors,
rude.
though.
He's just
Nothing
very
wrong with that.
assertive and
big
passionate
guy.
and
He's a big
fiery.
character, yeah.
Keep it clean.
How important is it to you, do you think, to keep João Felix? Because he seems to be
Yeah.
the person that
He's
keeps
the
things
one.
sticking.
keep him, though.
He's
They
the
can't
one.
keep him.
He's the one that's in space right now, doesn't get found by Havertz.
I think
Is the actual
I think
cutting on the left
João
have a
Felix
shot?
is
There he
going
goes,
back.
yeah.
There you go.
The Moroccan Anthony.
Bit harsh. The Moroccan
Oh,
Robin,
Chelsea.
Robin
Yeah.
gave. There's no chance.
I was going to go to this game. I'm sort of glad I didn't get a ticket in the
maybe.
end.
Not over yet. So it's not even half time. Could
They
still
need
get
you.
there.
They need you. The evil Kante in the midfield. They need some energy in there.
I'm very good, yeah. No, but do you know what it is? I think fans don't demand, and I always say, we don't demand that you win every game, but you want to see that your team has proper
Yeah,
competed in that
100%.
game.
Just give 100%. That's all we ask for, innit?
And also
win.
made some
Make
good
sure
runs.
you win.
No, but made good
Win.
runs,
Fucking
good passes,
win.
because you're going to come up against teams that are very good.
Especially
so you're not
when
going to
you're
be
a
able to win
mid-table
every
team,
game.
you are.
Exactly. Right now, temporarily, but it's just.
Been a good few weeks.
It's just not clicking. Something's not clicking. It's not. We're not mingling.
It's not proper Chelsea.
Yeah, it's not proper Chelsea right now. It's very.
Tell you what, that accountant is clicking his mouse a few times, though,
Also,
isn't it?
600 million on players, and you've got
not
Loftus-Cheek
speak.
starting in
send
the.
money.
I can't.
Click,
I
send
must
money.
admit, I am shocked that Loftus-Cheek is starting.
That's
I thought
crazy,
he was
it's a
never.
madness.
I'm
Potter
surprised
likes
he even
him.
saw out
Well,
that
Potter
transfer
likes him.
window.
Chance,
Well-
Koulibaly!
Oh, shoot you,
João
motherfuckers!
Felix! Oh, it's saved!
Awful first
Cleared
touch
away from Dortmund,
Koulibaly.
and it's offside.
I mean, to be fair, he's a centre back, isn't he? That's not really where he wants to be.
very
But
true.
Wow, are we? Wow.
Where Chelsea? I kind of agree. It probably
Yeah,
isn't where
exactly,
he
yeah.
wants to be at the moment.
Ant and Deck still doing adverts.
Yeah.
It would have been
Santander
offside
probably,
anyway.
innit?
Poor.
yeah, it would have been offside
It would be
anyway, so it's not the end of the
Santander,
world.
I'm pretty certain. Yep.
Great
Good old
feet.
Santander, great bank.
I love this Adeyemi.
Other banks are available.
Love Adeyemi.
of
course.
Go,
Such a
go, go, go,
player.
go, go,
And
go,
Kai
go.
Havertz.
Too left-footed. He just starts to cut
Oh,
in.
fuck's sake.
He
Taken
just
off of
runs
him.
straight into traffic. He's got to go and take that on his right-hand side. But
Just getting
Sounds like my
annoying now.
journey down it.
My back hurts as well.
traffic, running into traffic.
All right. Well then, half an hour in, Emre Can on the ball here, former Liverpool midfielder.
He was good.
Bellingham, he was
good.
He left
good
on a free though. So.
Yeah. Yeah,
We've
and he
had some
played
big
out for the
players.
whole last season, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2-0
I
Real
want
Madrid,
to
by the way,
see
now, half
a
an hour in.
goal.
For Chelsea or
For Arsenal.
don't look at me
No.
like that.
Who else would it be? I
Well,
want
I
to see a
don't know.
goal from Chelsea because I've forgotten
Are
what
you
goals from
confident going
Chelsea
into the
are.
second half?
Yeah, I mean,
I think-
we the first 10, 15 minutes of the second half is typically
Yeah.
where we're strongest. Sort of 45 to
I think-
60 is where we, like, Arteta tends to get a really good reaction.
And that period's not a good one for us, but I think
Ziyech
go, go,
finds
go, go,
João
go!
Felix, he's missed!
that's poor.
What the
That's
fuck
very poor.
was
Hey,
that?
mate.
With
Miss.
scoring a goal just before half time,
Oh,
with the
dear.
fact that we've got a couple of players on
You
yellows,
think the momentum's with us a little bit?
you're going to come out that your
Sad Sophie.
lot are going to be up for it second half. The first,
What
like you said,
was
first
that?
10, 15 minutes.
Look at this miss.
So we need to ride that out.
Guys,
Yeah.
look at that miss.
Yeah, that was poor. That was
Emre
poor.
Can's done well though, to be
Yeah,
fair.
he has.
No,
Oh,
that
no.
should be a blatant
You've got to hit
goal.
the target, but Chan's done well.
Chance
to
done
close
well.
Down the
It
angle.
wasn't as bad a miss as I thought. To be.
Looking angry there, Mr. Potter. Would you like to see him more angry than that? Potter.
I wanted to see that as a goal. I don't really care what he's doing.
Creed 3 is out soon.
It
I
is,
thought
yeah.
Creed was done after the first one.
Mate, it's all about box office, isn't it? That's what it is.
Tony Bellew was in the first one.
He's in this
that
one, I
was
think.
great.
Oh, is he still
I think he's in this one as well,
Big
yeah.
up.
The guy that's fighting opposite Creed is massive. He's wedge.
I wonder
Well,
who
that's what
wins.
happened. That's what happened. Yeah, exactly.
What an undercard.
Getting ready for the second half now. But yeah, I agree. It'll be interesting to see if Pep sticks with this back three because I'm
Is it
just.
working?
I don't think that it is. I don't.
I'm
but
sorry, I
that's-
said from the start, for me, and I'm pretty confident I do speak on behalf of all City fans with this, right? No, seriously.
Okay, go
right?
ahead.
Careful.
Yep.
The whole Laporte and Diaz partnership, we don't understand why it is not every single game. With Stones injured, it should just be those two. I don't understand. That was one of the most frustrating things at the Tottenham game, is both of them
This
were
is
fit.
what he does, though. This
Neither
is
of
what
them
Pep
started.
does.
I get it, and that's sometimes you'll find it with Klopp. It's hard to
Yeah.
when a manager's been so successful,
You can't really question them.
but at times it's
Klopp knows
like
best, Pep knows best. Yeah, you got to go with them. But Ruben Diaz putting his arm around
As
Grealish
much
there
as
the
you
players
think that
come
we've
out.
got the momentum, it's really key that we don't concede in that first 10,
Yeah, agreed.
15 minutes. Do you know what I
100%
mean? Because that will kill a lot of
Odegaard and
the.
Haaland having a
Oh,
little
that was
chat.
close. That was really
Norwegian
close.
friends.
Viking friends.
Whew.
Chance here though for Dortmund. It was a good ball in from Brandt, and on the edge of the box, it's a poor shot. It didn't get his foot over it.
He's so talented as well,
How do you know what
Adeyemi.
their names are? How can you tell from this far away?
Just football knowledge.
Just watch football.
Yeah, I'm not
Basically,
gonna
I'm
lie.
a dumbass,
I
and
can
you're
just
very
see colours.
intelligent.
No, it's because Brandt's got that like
It's the hair, isn't it? Yeah.
McDonald's trim, innit? So
Yeah,
it's
and the
nice.
same with Adeyemi.
What's
He's got
this,
he's got the
WWF?
afro.
You've got flames going off.
Yeah, what is this? It's not even a final.
Well, my eyes are a little
It
bit
feels like
blurry
a final.
today,
This is the
so
closest we've got for a long time. It's a big game for us.
And then look at these two little Viking buddies. Still at it.
They've known each
They're
other
like
since
besties,
they were
aren't
like
they? Yeah.
13 or something.
Yeah,
like, maybe
yeah,
even
they are,
younger.
yeah.
Do you like that though? Having a little.
Who are they
friendly
mocking? Who are they mocking?
It's all about the performance at the end of the day. If that's what gets the best
word? You wouldn't
performance
see
out
that
of
though,
Odegaard,
back in the day. Look, they're still
No,
chatting
you
now.
wouldn't have.
it depends. I mean, this
Remember
rivalry is
Neville and
fairly new,
Schmeichel?
isn't it? So
When Schmeichel played for City, Neville wouldn't even acknowledge him.
Recognise, yeah, just wouldn't acknowledge.
it's very different when we play Spurs.
Well, yeah, it's not that important.
Yeah. Just to remind you as well, European football continues on DR Sports tomorrow. Another Manchester team, not in the elite European competition, not this season anyway. They play Barcelona away, fresh from fresh allegations that Barcelona have been enrolled in some fraud,
Bribery.
allegedly paying off the head of the refereeing commission in Spain. But that'll be an absolute belter, a European heavyweight clash, that one in the
qualifying for
Barcelona,
the later
Manchester United.
stages.
Well, Barcelona,
No,
Barcelona, I'm
Arsenal
almost
are through
sure.
to the next round
playoffs.
already. Yeah,
I'm
this is
already-
the playoffs to
we
get
were-
into it.
You know, we were talking about the Essien goal with the Barcelona one. That ref was completely corrupt, and that was a Barcelona game. And I
Drogba went,
Here we go.
"Disgrace."
Nah,
yes.
Disgrace.
So I bet you any money they were doing it back then.
Oh yeah, no, bribery's
Because I was in the Matthew Harding lower, and I thought everyone was calling him a CUNT, and I was like, no, I can't say that about somebody. And then I saw it for myself. I was like, there's definite penalty, and he was like, no penalty, and I was like,
Didn't he get death threats and stuff? That ref, he was Norwegian or something.
It got really bad. I don't agree with that, but something was very dodgy there. Let's put it that way, because the referee also had a very good view of a lot of those decisions.
Why have we got Saka taking his throw and not Tomiyasu? What's going on here?
TV's stuttering a bit.
Throw in.
We need Nketiah to get a little bit more involved, create more problems. We need to try and feed.
I think that's the issue with you, though, that he doesn't. Really.
Yeah, because the thing is, we try to feed our wingers, and then, that can work. But I want to see us ideally feeding Eddie Nketiah and him popping it off straight away, like he did really early, and just creating a little bit of space. Even if he just does a lot of the ugly stuff, like we said about Jack Grealish, the pressing, pulling defenders out of the way.
Well, like Jesus does.
Yeah, exactly that.
Does.
Exactly that.
Do you find it mad, guys, how Scott Parker is currently managing in the knockout rounds of the Champions League with Club Bruges?
Is he?
Yeah. He's gone from being sacked by Fulham and
Fulham? Oh,
Bournemouth
Yeah.
to managing the Champions League. Grass is sometimes greener.
He was loving it.
Good strength.
But he's
really
got a nice few jackets out there.
Now run. There's no time to fuck around.
Good strength from Saliba to hold off Haaland there. Like I say, when the ball's on the floor,
very good pass.
Right, Madrid,
when the ball's on the floor,
who was that? Reece James, I bet.
No.
With the pass. I think it might have been.
Ziyech heads it in, and
Tuchel would have these players playing mad.
so are you
mad
Potter
football.
out then?
No.
Right. Well,
What if
he's
Tuchel
not
was
managing
open
you
to a
anymore.
return?
I'm just stating my.
What if Tuchel
feelings.
texts you tonight?
Say
Oh,
what?
now Tomiyasu's going to get a yellow for time wasting.
Say, what's up?
Hello. I'd say a lot,
Great
darling.
question.
Perfect. No, just a fun little question. AGT the Salty Muppet says
Nice.
Dano Jr.
I agree.
What picture? Oh, he's got a Barcelona
There we
emoji.
go.
Oh, what? Because I've accused you of fraud that you said.
It's all right. He's been accusing me the whole time I've been
here.
here.
Okay, go on.
That's black and white though. The
Go on.
Barca one, man. I mean, yours is
pass, shoot,
João Felix
shoot!
must score! Oh, he's missed!
The
He's in the
crossbar.
post!
Off the crossbar.
He's at the post, so
Edison, what you...
how do you react?
Good pressing. Really good pressing.
Sophie's speechless. I've not seen
I've
this
had
before.
We've got to make a
enough. What
tackle
the
there.
fuck?
We've got to make a tackle
All he had
there.
to do was
That
was
kick
really good.
in.
He should have scored two.
Second
Jack
time
Grealish
he's
should
done
not
that
be getting
now.
out of that. Should not be getting out
Oh,
of
it's
there.
the bar again.
Hits the bar.
He should have done better there.
Had to do better there.
Floyd
For God's
Smith
sake.
in the comments saying, please, Arsenal, don't F this one up. Please, he says. Torres or Suarez in prime? Suarez.
Obviously, I think the
Torres
point's
was
better for
very
you guys,
fucking
right?
good.
Suarez is the best
Suarez
player I've ever
offered
seen
more.
play for
Suarez
Liverpool.
offered more,
Yeah.
but Torres threw and got one-on-one. Just
Disgusting. So if you're not happy, she's slamming down her lipstick on the table. Careful though.
I'm having a moment like mine.
If you get any dents on the table, you will have to pay for those.
Well, who's done that?
I don't know. We'll get some VAR on that. We'll look at the cameras.
Yeah.
we'll take it.
Oh, do you know what?
guys
It's
are
just
much
frustrating me because it just
more comfortable now in
sums
this half,
up
going
how
back
we
and
are.
resetting, going back
7 minutes until the end of the first half
But-
for the Chelsea.
The longer it goes on like this, the more
The better for
it's
you.
frustrating. No, but it's frustrating when City start
Because they're dominating the ball and don't
then
score.
not
Yeah,
scoring, yeah.
And we'll always be dangerous on the counter. And obviously we've got Trossard.
I think
who will come off
that's
the
my
bench.
thing is that Trossard is going to come on against Walker on a yellow.
Yeah, 67 minutes in, Trossard will definitely
But
come on.
then
Big up to Kyle with the super chat. He says Bowley bought Potter a Ferrari and he's driving it like he is Mr. Bean in a Vauxhall.
Did
Such
he?
a waste man.
Did he?
no,
Did he actually?
Someone buys you a Ferrari, you can't be angry if you go and drive it, can you? I mean, you know.
Did he buy him a
It's an
Ferrari?
analogy.
Oh,
oh my!
Porter
I mean, I
Ferrari.
don't know. I saw
guys, I
Matisse,
don't get
Matisse
jokes.
is in
I'm
Monaco at the
very much a
moment.
geek. So.
You've seen that Matisse is in Monaco at the moment, so it's not just the Chelsea players that are getting Ferraris.
We got Matisse, man. That guy needed a holiday, bro.
Yeah,
the
for
amount
real.
of streams that Don was doing, man. He's probably still doing them out there.
Probably
Is it
still
just
great
doing his
hold-up
FIFA
play there.
streams late at night?
in the hotel room?
Quality
Big
from
up
Martinelli.
Matisse, though, man.
We're playing it in really tight spaces. I'm not sure about this.
Zinchenko
Just keep playing it
finds
in
his
tight
goalkeeper.
spaces. Let's get that out. Yeah.
Tell you one thing Zinchenko's
Ramsdale's
very
changed
good
his
at
boots
is
at
passing the
half-time,
ball
by the
in.
way.
Is he?
Just noticed, yeah. He was wearing the black and pink Preds, the
Yeah.
new ones. Now he's gone for the white and red ones.
Okay.
These are the kind of things my silly little mind picks up on when I watch football.
Yeah, nice.
nice.
Fashion
No.
police. The football fashion
No, honestly,
police.
it's like Declan Rice.
go,
when he
go,
played
go,
at
go.
Anfield, he
Oh!
wore a pair of blue boots in the first half, a pair of black boots in the second half. and it's just
Yeah,
his
that is mad that you
superstition.
pick up on that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Whip that in there. Let's get it in there. Let's
Got
challenge
to
him.
cross
Get it in
this.
young
Got to
bag.
cross.
Do you know what you're doing there? The same as we do way too much, where there's a chance to cross the ball and you like
Thiago
going back to the
Silva.
ball.
Wow, Mahrez is just little broed Zinchenko there.
Yeah,
Like
it
he
was,
got little broed when he went to the Emirates, the Etihad a couple of
yeah,
weeks
after
ago.
the game. Yeah,
Slapping him up like he's a rag doll.
it was funny because in our dressing room,
what's going on there?
there's a push between De Bruyne and Arteta.
Oh, finger in his face from De Bruyne to
What was
Arteta.
Arteta doing then?
I don't know what he was
This
doing.
is,
there.
do you know what?
I don't know what he
Look
was.
at this, he's gone to get the-
stuff. No,
I don't know. He shouldn't have
him, though.
done. He shouldn't have done
him.
that. He shouldn't have done
He's
that.
begged him.
He's megged his mate there on the touchline. Watch. Look. Woo-hoo. Through his legs. No,
So
Arteta does need to cut that out.
that's
slam on Arteta here. He's a
100%.
fool for doing all this shit.
Lucky
where he
Arteta.
jumps out of his
But no,
box
I
and
think-
starts kicking the balls.
But I don't often. I see him jump out of his box a lot. I don't
often.
often see him kicking the balls. I don't often see that. But he has to.
That's a piss take.
He has to not be touching the ball.
Because he'll get sent off again.
100%.
Look, Todd's literally
It's
like
never
this.
a foul.
Oh.
That's not a foul.
That's never a foul.
not a foul.
Todd's like, defense.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Corner
what the
for
foul is
Chelsea,
there.
41 minutes in, João Felix. He's missed 2 sitters. Can he put a decent ball in the box? He can, and it's headed away. It is
Chelsea have
headed
had a couple
away.
of chances, to be fair. Oh,
Apparently Matisse is streaming right now, says Pyramid Scheme. Big up, no days off, my G.
where is he?
He's a Nice.
Is he still there?
Is he still there? I don't know. Someone let us know the location and whereabouts of Matisse Hoffer, please. Right, City with a dangerous free kick now. Will De Bruyne whip this one in? Looks like he will. Will they all be on side is another question. And
So
it looks
here,
like it's a free
Just
kick,
use your
is it?
strength.
No. And Silva goes all the way back home.
That's what they're going to do, and they're doing that well, resetting and resetting. We just consistently keep playing the ball in really tight
That's
spaces.
a great ball.
Great ball.
Shouldn't be on the pitch, but a great ball from
He's offside
Edison,
anyway.
and he's offside.
Yeah, I don't understand
Chance
why we're
for
playing
Dortmund
it.
here,
We need
though,
to get
Nick.
our wingers down the line.
Chance for
Julian
Dortmund.
Brandt?
Oh, it's just
Did you say
wide.
Mahrez shouldn't be on the pitch?
No, Edison that played
Edison.
the
Said
ball.
great pass,
Yeah.
but shouldn't be on
Yeah.
the pitch. Chance for Dortmund. Are you ruining, or will Chelsea rue these missed chances now?
I prefer not to speak.
Typical Chelsea.
Sound like Pep. Until last week.
More
then
than
he
you can
decided
believe.
to speak.
What's that? A corner? Did it go off someone? Was it saved? No, it's just wide. It's actually quite a fair bit wide in the end. Ake on the ball for City though. It's great having 2 games on at the same
Yeah,
time.
it is.
Oh, it's a dodgy
Never
touch.
a dull moment.
Bad touch there.
Odegaard's
Erdegaard's convinced that he was fouled because he took a very uncharacteristic
You didn't
dodgy
see
touch.
anyone near him.
Nah, it's Grealish was up his ass.
Might have been our long grass.
Pause.
It's not me. Bernardo again.
That is a foul, I'd say. Again, second yellow for
Think that's a
Bernardo there.
foul?
Well, as soon as you put your hands on someone's shirt, I think you're running the risk of getting a card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
in
that was what you were talking
professional
about. Great
kind
foul.
of-
Great little professional foul, yeah.
That's in that kind of category. I tell you what, Mahrez as a right back tonight
You're right.
hasn't done too badly.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd be saying that. Bernardo Silva is
He's picking up all sorts of different
all
spaces.
over tonight.
Yeah,
isn't
he's
he?
everywhere.
Little mouse.
He's had a very good
No,
game,
since he
actually.
didn't clap Liverpool in the Guard of Honour, I've always had it out for him.
He's such a good... If I could take any player...
He went up in my ratings.
Yeah, but he did, mate. Well
If
done.
I could take any player from them, it would be Bernardo. I'm not going to lie. He's so
Really?
good, yeah.
Unfortunately, he wants to go back to warmer climates.
Yeah. Blackpool.
He's the most versatile player.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Almost half time in this one in Dortmund. Chelsea missing a couple of massive chances so far.
That's a great
As have
pass.
Dortmund, to be fair.
That's really, really weak.
Very bitty
That's
this game.
very,
at the
very
Emirates,
weak.
isn't
I don't know if
Very
it was a foul
bitty.
because the
Weak,
TV's
it looks a bit
glitching a
weak.
bit,
Yeah, it
but
is a bit.
but that was just. He's got to be stronger
That's a
there.
foul,
It's
yeah,
a foul.
He's got to be stronger there, man. He's
No,
got
that's
to
a
be.
foul. You take
I
the
know.
foul, you're in your own half,
I
mate. Take the
appreciate
foul
that,
and
but
stay down.
he's got to be strong. What,
Akanji coming on.
You're not a fan of
That's
Akanji?
not a fan, clearly.
Akanji. I'm not a fan of Akanji.
He can,
Who's he-
he,
who's
he,
he
he,
gonna bring on?
He's our fifth centre back.
he can do
so
mathematical
he can do-
equations really fast, though. Does that not matter to you?
No, I can
No?
do shit
Fair-
to be
fair
frank.
He's probably going to be on the defence in their court cases.
Where
We've got to feed
So
Saka
who's
now.
coming
Feed
off
him.
here, Daps? I don't understand why.
Well,
you
maybe they
make
go
a-
back to a 4. It'd be really interesting to see if they change it now and go to a
But
4.
this is the
Walker
problem. If we,
right
go,
back.
if we go to a 4, where's Akanji playing? We could.
You go to a
Ake
4.
left back now.
Ake left back. Ake's played left back all season.
No, that's fine. And then Yeah, we could do
Played
that.
nice
We
and
could do
quickly
that.
from Saka.
I just-
Lovely. Get that ball in the box now. Get it in the mixer.
Chance for Arsenal here. Saka cuts inside.
Let me be
Lovely.
clear.
Finds Jorginho's.
Jorginho has no power. Just
No, that
nothing in
was
his
a cross,
shots.
man.
In
That was a
I
cross.
don't dislike
get
Akanji. It's just for me, it's been frustrating at times where he's starting and I'm seeing Diaz and Laporte on the bench because he's our 5th choice centre back.
Yeah.
So
Let's see this again.
That was he just. Like, if anything, Nketiah's got to be getting to that.
Yeah, and Nketiah's got a
Near
gamble
post
there.
one.
He's got a gamble.
Grealish doing well here.
We're not
Grealish
challenging
doing
him.
well here
We're not
still.
challenging him. Someone hit him,
And
please.
it's a poor pass.
It's Alice Band merchant
Half
just galloping
time
forward.
in Dortmund, 0-0. Chelsea away, looking to
hitting
turn it
Grealish guy
around
with some
here.
challenges,
Their
man.
season, and
one of the
it's
most
not really worked so
foul
far.
players, isn't he? So you have to be careful with it.
Just hit him. I don't care. Just hit him.
Well,
Sophie
Felix could
disgusted
have
at
had
half-time.
2 goals. No, but it's just a fucking story of our lives, really.
That's a penalty.
Penalty
Yeah,
to
penalty
Man
for
City.
City.
What the hell was
Penalty
that?
to Man City.
Sorry, can I just say,
Really,
What's
really bad.
happening?
how similar was that to last
Yellow
season?
card for Gabriel.
How similar to last season? Gabriel's foul last season.
Yeah.
Very similar position.
I just want to make sure
Remember?
that they're not getting sent off here because they are going ballistic. They are okay. Gabriel's
It
stepping
was
away.
last man.
Hold on, what's
He can't-
happened?
Gabriel can't deal with the physicality of Haaland and grabs his shirt.
But it was very similar.
Yeah, he does
positions.
this a
Ronaldo
lot.
foul last
Shout for an offside here. That
could be off.
Could be offside. But once Haaland gets wrong side of him,
Yeah,
and he
that
does,
was
good
shit.
movement from Haaland to spin off him. But once Haaland does great spin, and once Haaland gets the wrong side, he has to grab his shirt, and then it's a penalty.
But it's very similar to
Could
one
be
last
ruled out.
season.
For, yeah, he does this. It could be ruled
Gets
out
across
for
him.
offside, though.
Well, it was
That's the
actually
only
a
thing.
foul before Haaland's
Yeah,
foul.
but he was
Wow.
waiting to get in the box, and then he goes down
Yeah,
to get the pen.
which is fair.
Is it actually?
They're just hitting each
Yeah,
other.
that is a foul. That is a foul. Come on.
I think
The first foul was outside
this
of the
could be
he
box.
is
offside though.
offside.
This might
Yeah,
not
he's-
be a
he's
pen.
offside.
He's offside.
He's
I
off-
don't
but-
think this gets given.
But we know how the refs are of Arsenal,
you
so
are.
you never know. He is offside, though.
Yeah, because it should go back to the first decision, right? So the first one would be a...
Anthony Taylor, VAR
I
is
think
looking at this.
VAR's been quite good this season, to be fair.
That's why you're
It's
mid-table.
been horrific in decision making, but it's also stopped.
Well, as long as they draw lines.
Yeah, exactly. No, we forgot. We forgot, yeah.
As long as they
yeah,
draw
without,
lines.
without the
He
lines.
probably forgot to give Edison a red
techno-
card. That's what it is.
the
He's-
technology
he's-
is fine.
It's
as long
been
as people
horrific
using
in
it. No,
it's been
that.
horrific in its
Tight, guys.
decision making,
Where
but
are
that's
they zooming in
offside.
here?
He's offside, easily offside.
Yeah, I think he
He's got 2 feet offside, actually.
Yeah, he does look
Yeah, he's
offside to me.
offside.
1.5
He's
feet.
He's offside.
Where Gabriel gets himself into these problems is he lunges forward to try to cut out the ball,
Yeah.
realizes he's read it wrong, and then tries to get back on the
Yeah.
right side. Just you got to pick
He's
one.
offside for me.
You've got to pick one. If you're going to get wrong side, just
What
don't
are
bring him down.
Why
Why
are
are
they
they
just drawing
taking
the
so
lines?
long here?
Yeah, well, just draw the lines. We can all see it.
Right,
What the fuck
as
are
we
they
can
looking
see,
at?
guys at home, the panel are experiencing what it's like to be an Arsenal fan because, you know,
Oh, well, at least they're drawing the lines.
they remembered.
Offside, no penalty.
Thank God for that.
No penalty, and he'll take away the yellow as well, will he?
He should do, yeah. There you go. there's a five.
No, did you,
I know
did you
that
not
guy.
just score?
I know that
Jesus
guy.
Christ.
Do you?
Yeah, I know that. I went to uni with him. That's mad. No yellow card for Gabriel now.
Yeah.
There you go. Anthony Taylor doing the right thing for once in his career and ruling out the penalty. How are you feeling after that?
Very, very nervous. I mean, it's a big warning shot. They're still kind of talking about it. It's a big warning, and we need to keep our mentality. I think right now we need a bit of a spark. We need something to change the momentum
That
of the
could be
game.
it.
We need Trossard on pretty quickly, I think.
I think your fans have just been lifted with that decision. They were
Massively
celebrating
lifted.
it.
Yeah.
Half an hour to go at the Emirates. Just over half an hour to go. Half time in Dortmund. Pep
you guys
scratching
have
his
such good
bold,
ball
bold
players
head.
at the back that you can cut out the midfield completely and go.
But we ain't got
go
Laporte and
direct.
Stones, who are
Stones.
our two best ball players.
Ref paid off by Arsenal, says, in my defence, I was left unsupervised, perhaps.
Looks like a head
Something.
injury here for Gabriel. Gabriel and Zinchenko are both down, I think.
Clash of heads. What's happened there?
Agent Zinchenko.
He loves covering his mouth, innit? Let's have a look.
Oh, he's
it's
got
in the
elbowed.
face. Has Haaland lost his head a bit there, Daps?
Might need a straight red here. That's
No, Gabriel nearly did though.
It's an elbow. It is an elbow, whatever you want to say about it. Right into the back of the head.
Was very similar to the one he got.
Do you know what?
the
Muay
Haaland
Thai.
has got away with a few naughty bits and bobs this season,
it's
hasn't
because he's got a baby face, isn't it?
he? Yeah.
Nah, not really.
He definitely
He's
should
had
have
a
got a
few
red
on him.
card against, who was it? Went to VAR and he got a yellow. It's double-footed really high.
Oh,
I got that on video. Yeah, he was.
The
that was
Everton one.
that was
James
right in
Tarkowski.
front of me.
Been sent off there.
That was right in front of me, that one.
That is bad, though. You can't be elbowing someone in the back of the head there.
But he's been getting a lot. He got it. It was
Bosh.
against you it was against you, wasn't it? In the first game in the FA Cup.
Rob Holding, I think.
Rob Holding
got clamped. Good defender.
He's got eyes on the man, eyes on the ball, but he's already seen where he can put his arm.
I don't know if that's not bad.
I don't know. It's a borderline one for sure.
He's having a little cheeky laugh. He's quite weird to look at, isn't he, really?
Who's 26 to come off? It's not Mahrez, is it?
Mahrez off. Strange decision, Daps.
So it's back 4?
He's playing Akanji on the right. No,
it's
play
gonna
Walker on the right.
go back 4.
Yeah, he'll play Walker on the right, Ake on the left, Akanji will drop in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're
playing with, so before we were playing with Mahrez as a right back.
Centre back.
Akanji's a centre back.
In the back 4.
No, sorry, I thought you meant...
So Mahrez was playing as a wing back, wasn't he?
Yes, he's going to go back 4 now.
Back 4 now.
Yeah.
Another tinker here.
Which means Bernardo's now in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah.
And Walker going off to right back.
Walker will be right back, as a power.
Well, Bernardo could go wide. Bernardo's going to go wide then. Oh, here he is.
And here is Haaland
Straight
up
in,
against
Haaland.
Saliba. What can he do?
He's got Gundogan with him. He
it's
passes the
poor.
wrong way. No one's even there. Don't know why I'm stressed about that. I should be happy.
Surprise, considering Taylor is a Tottenham fan, says XD Twister. Sophie, Arsenal mad, says David.
No, I just don't want City
Goal
to win
kick.
the
Good
league
decision.
again. It's boring.
Good decision.
Oh, Red
Yeah,
Grealish, what he's just said
Yeah.
there. You're effing S-man. That's definitely
and he's in the wrong anyway. Give him a card, ref. Don't let him
What,
talk
is he
to
saying
you.
that about the ref?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, the other angle you can see it. The other angle you can see it clearly.
Grealish
going to get a yellow as well.
That's good dogging.
For dissent here for Grealish. He swore a few times at the ref there.
Apparently he's looking at getting the biggest boot deal with Nike in like football history or something ridiculous. Yeah. Not entirely sure why.
Probably because of his calves.
4 goals.
He's got big calves and
How
he's
many
got an
goals
Alice
he got
band or
this
something. That's it.
Couldn't care less.
Couldn't care less.
Couldn't care
You're
less.
100 million
Passionate
pounds
fan,
fan.
are you?
Couldn't care less.
Couldn't care less.
Passionate
Right,
fan,
so Sane scored goals and assists. Yeah, very passionate about my team winning. Sane scored goals, got assists. Pep dropped him often. Pep don't drop Grealish, so he's doing what the manager wants.
Is it English bias?
I'm good with that. No comment, Your Honour.
Fair enough.
You're wrong now.
I would also offer no comment if I were you as well. So
Yeah, unless you're
There was a
always
bit of-
present, mate.
there was a bit of a cheeky one there. 2 hands in the back on Saka from Ake. Not given as well. But there's a few of them.
Is this what Arsenal fans watch?
Apparently
Just
it's
for decisions from referees,
okay.
or do you watch the actual game?
The decision from the referee is part of the game. You're aware of how football
all you're
works.
looking for, though, is literally
I'm literally
everything to do with the ref.
describing what's happening on the screen.
It makes sense
with regards to the
You're
game.
an Arsenal fan, it does make sense.
It's not like I sat that.
Oh,
We're gonna
what's
talk on
happened
that?
here?
Yeah, I'm just about to.
What's
Give me a
happened here?
second.
Ruben Diaz slamming the floor. I don't like it when
no.
players
I
do
hate
that.
when players
That always-
Slam the floor.
that always
But
means
when
they're
you
not
stub your
actually
toe,
hurt.
you do stuff like that.
Yellow card for Nketiah.
For Eddie. Let's have a look.
Let's have a look at this
Just
because it's quite high. It's gone straight through the
Wow,
ball.
it's not a lot.
He's gone straight through the ball. In fact,
No,
you know-
but if he'd hit his
No, that is
That's
high, Nick.
nasty.
That is
no, but
high.
if he'd hit his
That is high.
ankle, and you know when they go full on into the ankle, then I get it and sideways. But he only hit his.
It's a yellow card.
but I think it's a yellow
Yeah,
card. I
it's
think
not
it's
a red
because
card.
the studs are up is the issue.
Yeah. He didn't really catch him.
But the whole banging on the floor, that's just a lie. You're just acting.
That means they're not hurt.
That means
if
they're
anything,
only-
if they're not doing that, you should run to them straight away. 'Cause then-
They're only hurt, and this is always my philosophy that I say with Robbie. They're only hurt if they're when they're genuinely hurt and they've got an injury. They're like, no, I'm done.
Yeah.
When they're not and they're trying to get a foul, it's, oh god,
It's when they just
oh,
pull up.
no.
Those ones are when they just pull up. Literally, no contact. They just pull up and they're looking. And they go,
Yeah.
"Okay."
I'm actually hoping that yellow card means that we could see Trossard go central and we can have all 3 of our better attackers on. Because a lot of our fans wanted Trossard to start, and I was a little bit concerned about that. Because if we start Trossard and have Nketiah on the bench, we haven't got a lot to bring off the bench.
I think those 3, Nketiah,
I don't know what we're doing. We've gone back to Emery ball. I don't understand. I don't know why we're doing this.
Trossard-
I have no idea why we're doing. Why are we doing
Trossard,
that?
Martinelli, and Saka, because they can all
Interchange.
That's a very Liverpool front 3.
Yeah, it is. It's against the
Zinchenko
City team.
rallying up the fans. The thing is, though, if what? What did you say?
I didn't say anything. You would have sitting right there. You would have heard me if I said something.
All right. Oh, I don't know why.
He's clever, this one.
Just some laughs.
I'm here to have a good time.
If Trossard came on and scored now, he would start the next game, and Eddie might be frozen out already.
Potentially,
Yeah, I
but I
think
mean,
that's-
Eddie's always going to
someone
come
said
off
that to me
the. Eddie's
before.
always going to come off the bench and be involved.
Here we go, though. Here we go. Here we go. And it is Eddie! Oh,
Keep it alive. We've got to keep it alive. Keep it alive.
Speak of the
Big
devil.
chance.
Eddie and Ketia misses from...
What kind of pass is
that
that from
was-
Jorginho?
that
I
was
never,
Fizz. Wait, I did not- you know, when
ever
players
want to
play
buy
passes
another
like that.
flipping player from that club ever again.
Let's see.
That was fizzed across the box.
Just punched it in there.
It's a great ball
it's
across.
even-
I
it's
never
even
get where
no-
people punch the
It's even
He's
no
offside,
power.
though, isn't
yeah.
he?
It's even no power.
Offside as well.
No, I don't think so. Because you can see the defenders on the dark green line. I don't think he's offside.
I know it was fizzed across
Great
quickly,
cross.
but if you're a number 9
Yeah,
striker
agreed.
and,
Yeah,
and you're letting the
I think
ball
the keeper-
That's where
I think the
Haaland
keeper-
gets that.
I think the
Haaland
keeper
would
gets
score that.
For sure. I think the keeper does well there as well, just throwing himself at it and trying to create some
He
disruption.
did well throwing himself out this time.
It's
right?
like- he didn't make contact with the player. Are you aware of how football works? What are you talking
I'm agreeing
about?
with you. I'm agreeing with you.
But yeah, then that Jorginho one, he's been missing most of this half, and then he just does that. I just don't.
Corrupted Peanut says Arsenal fan is a bellend. Condescending tone is jarring, he says.
I'm thinking of various condescending things to say to you, but I won't. No, the commenter.
Corrupted Peanut.
Yeah, that's the
He's
one.
got a bottle of Red Stripe as his picture.
It's another free kick in a dangerous
Another
area.
free kick. Saka on a yellow, is he?
Nah, he's not.
No, he's not.
Probably get one for approaching the ref, won't
And if he's the third man.
he? Yeah, true.
That looks like a clean
50-50.
50-50. That's what he was shouting about. It's a clean 50-50 shoulder to
picking the ball
shoulder.
up straight away.
Grealish is
I wish he'd sort out his hair.
Yeah, it's kind of like he's
Just
not...
chop it all off.
But then he
Is that another thing? See, like a baggy
he can't do
t-shirt
the Alice
with a
band
shaven
then.
head.
It's part of his brand. He's got the Alice band. That's the whole.
All right.
Part of his brand, to be fair.
It is.
Yeah, it is.
He's a Gucci model, remember?
I'm being
Great.
serious.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
Oh my god, it's hilarious.
Still banned from driving, isn't he? After that lockdown,
Is he?
horrendous. When he backed into it, like 7 a.m, come out of some man's house, twisted up on whatever it was, and then reversed his
don't
Range
even know
Rover
that,
into
don't
4 cars and drove and got out and ran away.
And he was
Ball's
sober.
gone in.
Chance
Ake.
and Ake, it must be a goal. Kanji off the line
off
from
the
Jorginho.
There you go. That's what he's there.
Got
for.
him off scramble at the
What a
Emirates.
signing Jorginho is. Never doubt him. Oh
there he
my
goes.
god. I still can't
Now
stand
you
it.
say it. Grealish and Saka having
That
a bit.
was a chance. Two chances
Great
there.
chance, yeah. It's offside anyway.
About 4 of them offside there.
Ake gets the first touch,
You
I
know
think.
what it was? It's because he went to take it and then stopped
Yeah.
and threw everyone off.
But they've not given the offside though.
No, but they won't,
Goes
will
back
they?
to Rams.
Unless it's a goal.
Yeah. Back to Ramsdale, knocks it out to Gabriel.
He's not looking.
He wasn't really paying attention. Zinchenko. Oh,
What are we
loses
doing?
the ball.
What are we doing?
And Haaland must score. No, it's a good save from
Good
Ramsdale.
save from Ramsdale.
He's
What
been
are
let
we
down
doing?
there. Gabriel's
What
not had the best game, has
are we
he?
doing?
Not had a great game so far.
To be fair, I think that's Zinchenko's fault, to be fair. Look, Gabriel's
Yeah,
there
he's
for the
throwing
pass.
his teammate under
He's
the
there
bus.
for the-
Yeah,
What's
that's
he
poor. No,
done?
that's poor. That's poor.
What has he done
Pass
there?
wasn't brilliant either, to be fair. Don't know if he picked the
Ramsdale
right
did
player
well.
there.
Oh, they're trying it again.
They will
Wake
just
up
keep
Arsenal,
doing it.
says Martin. Come on, Arsenal.
They will keep doing it.
It's all getting a bit heated up in here.
Pyramid Scheme says, do you understand how football works? No shit, Sherlock. That's why he runs a YouTube football channel.
Me?
No, he's talking about my comment to
Talking
Daps.
about Daps' channel.
To be fair, I like Daps, but you don't have to know about football to start a YouTube channel.
that's
You
very
just
true.
need an internet
As long as you
connection.
know about algorithms.
Yeah,
then you do very
but
fucking well.
you could not know
I would
about
like to think
algorithm.
this
You could just start a channel.
No, but there's a couple dons out there with that exact description. Anyway, let's move on. Haaland in a spliff, and now Arsenal are
Pyramid
smoking
Scheme.
his ashes, says one organism army.
Sorry, say that again.
He's trolling. He's
Haaland in a spliff, and now Arsenal are smoking his ashes,
Yeah,
says
100%.
one organism army. I thought, when I read it, I thought orgasm, but it's
Lovely.
organism.
So did Sophie, clearly.
Yeah.
You've come alive.
Yeah.
You lot are risking it. At the
We
back,
did.
boy.
This is how we play. Like we could play so much more conservative, but we just don't. It was just,
Haroon, Arsenal need to make some subs. Trossard needs to be on.
yeah, I agree.
I hear you on that.
I agree.
20 minutes to go now,
you
excluding
know what?
extra time.
Thiago Silva in the
Oh, here we go.
Thiago Silva in the dugout telling Ben where
Release
to
the
go.
ball.
Still, I love
Oh,
that.
what are we doing?
Who's that?
What are we doing?
Who's that?
That's
Saka.
That's poor.
Either one of those passes is on. Look, Martinelli straight through the middle. Look at all that gap. Look at all that space.
Oh, it's poor.
Poor pass.
We got to get Trossard on. We got to get Trossard on ASAP. Trossard could replace pretty much anybody.
I love how they're just capturing hella fans swearing tonight.
Yeah,
It's
there's
brilliant.
capturing them. Do they know they're swearing?
I think the key is if you're the
Yeah, that's
camera
true, yeah.
director, get them until they open their mouth and then move on because
Yeah.
it's always going to be whatever. Insert swear word there.
Especially if it's a high stakes game, you don't know what you're saying. It's like to have a light out
You're not
going to
beat what happened on BBC, though, are you? So,
What with the old adult
yeah.
film noise. Yeah, that was unbelievable.
An ex-employee was definitely very pissed off with them.
Yeah, someone got sacked that night. Surely.
Come on, the long sleeve boys.
What is it about the long
Better,
sleeves
much
that you like
better.
so much?
Just looks better, isn't it?
Does it?
Just looks better.
Definitely does something for you, Sophie, I can tell.
Tops off? No.
Keep it on.
Keep the clothes
Make
on.
sure it's long sleeve as well. Get some Under Armour on underneath.
Under Armour.
The less skin, the better.
Here we go. Oh,
great
Haaland's
ball.
in. He's
Could be
onside,
in.
is he? He finds Gundogan, who's side, finds Grealish! Goal for City!
Get it!
Jack Grealish gets
How many
it!
goals has Jack got? Remind me.
Takes his, tries to take his shirt off, boots the microphone.
So poor. We've done it to ourselves
I think
again.
you said earlier on, it's not about how many goals, it's about getting goals in big games.
I think you said that.
No, you said that.
Yeah,
You said
I did
that.
say
You said that.
Arsenal defensively
but
just
we-
haven't
I'll
been
be
there
honest.
But we've
tonight.
done it to
way
ourselves.
when Haaland passed it, and then when whoever was coming back
Gundogan-
at it
Gun- it was Gundogan
stepped
passed it
over, I'm
on.
thinking, no, it's falling to Jack. But what a lad.
I still think there's another goal in this game, though.
I hope so. I hope it's
Hopefully
for us.
3-1, right?
What a game now at the
Sophie,
Emirates. City
3-1.
2, Arsenal 1.
No, I
So
feel like
not-
another goal could go in for Arsenal. You just don't know in these games, do you?
We've just done this to ourselves completely.
Poor
Like,
defending
look at
from
this from Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Look at that pass.
Yeah.
And then he runs out to get it. He's well onside, Haalanders. Great awareness here. Finds Gundogan. Look at that pass there. That's even
Very
We've
better.
done this
good.
completely
Jack
to
Grealish.
ourselves.
Do you know what? But of all
Do you
the
know what?
players, you
Ramsdale-
wanted it fall into.
Could he save that?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
it does
Oh,
take
no,
a
it's
slight,
a
it
oh, no,
bobbles, it
horrible
bobbles.
takes a
deflection.
slight nick off
Of all the players
Tomiyasu.
you want that fall into,
Here-
usually it's not Jack.
Yeah.
nick off Tomiyasu,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah, that
bounces
Nick
in
took
between
it.
the
Yeah,
gap.
it was a Nick.
Unlucky
But
Ramsdale.
you've got to buy a ticket to win the raffle, and that's
If
what
you don't
we did, you know?
shoot, you don't score goals, and if you don't
That's
score
what it is.
goals, you don't win games.
Get
And if you
him,
don't
Jack.
win games, you don't get 3 points. Of course. City. Oh,
There he is! There he is!
Steve!
There's a lad next to Steve that was making me crack up.
Big
Big
Steve.
Steve!
Big
This is
Stevie
so
boy.
bad.
Oh, he looks
Loving it in the
great.
front row.
Get on your feet.
Has he got a long sleeve t-shirt on tonight?
Nah, he'll have,
Third Premier
he'll
League
have
goal
his
of the
jacket
season.
on and his
Jack Grealish.
t-shirt underneath.
20 minutes left.
His terrace
Where
cult bits.
is the substitution? Where's the sub? We've been
Oh,
calling
Big
for this
Steve's going to
substitution.
be unberbeable on the fan cams tonight.
We've been calling for this substitution for about 10
told you
minutes
not to
now.
He won't
Bottle
do
it,
anything.
Robbie. I
He won't.
told
Oh
you.
yeah, he will go
I
around there.
told
yeah,
you
he
not
will
to
do.
bottle it, and you've bottled it, Robbie. That's what we'll be saying.
It's a good accent, to be fair.
Sitter, says Calvin Hicks.
I think Arsenal need to make some changes.
We've
Yeah.
been saying this
Do
for
you know
like
what?
10
I
minutes.
kind
Small
of thought
Steve.
that they were leaving it
Chelsea are
to
back
the
in
right time,
action,
but
by the
now
way.
it's like, nah, you should have made one by now.
Yeah.
Mate, Big Steve is going to
Once we
that.
started having those like defensive calamities,
Yeah.
like it was like, okay, cool, we need a change.
Oh,
And I tell you what, Arsenal
Great
not
feet
looking
from
great here
Bernardo
now.
as well. Look, just send it. Let's get rid of. What are we doing? Just
See-
let's get rid of it.
C15 Rice has bottled the 4th game in a row. Arsenal have now.
This is the third time
Do you-
Gabriel's tried to clear the ball and he
Can I
can't
just
clear
say
it.
though?
Simple clearance.
What do you
Go
say
ahead.
to the people, including myself,
Yep.
that said, oh, we'll just wait for the typical Arsenal bottle job, end of February, start of March? Is that not what we're seeing right now, potentially?
well, hold on.
Well, the game's
Hold
not
on.
done, but yeah, I mean, for sure, we are definitely
Oh, here we go.
panicking.
Oh,
yeah,
Martinelli's
for
there.
Xhaka, space!
Oh, what's he
So
doing?
bad. He just didn't make any
Even
decision.
I'm disappointed in him there.
He can
Still on
he
the
can either
floor, by
release the
way.
ball or shoot, and he doesn't do either. He just stands
Go on,
there.
Chile.
Had to shoot.
We're
Chilwell
not
gets a
going and
corner for
affecting the
Chelsea.
game. We're not going and affecting the game at all. The game's just sort of happening to us, and we're just there. We've got to go and affect it.
now you have to.
This Saka and Jorginho midfield is just
Massive
not
15 minutes here
not
for
the
Arsenal.
one.
Huge. Got to get themselves back in
Foul
this
from
game, and it's a
Odegaard as
foul,
well.
and it's a free kick to City.
This is where Jack will be very important as well, because Jack will just be drawing fouls left,
Yeah.
right, and centre.
Yeah, and slow the game down.
His
Here
legs
we go.
after a
Finally,
game.
Trossard is coming
Trossard
on.
coming on for Eddie Nketiah with 15 minutes to
Is
go.
it for Eddie? Do we know?
Must be, mate. Oh, no, it's
No, it's
not.
for Martinelli. See, this is what I'm saying. We don't know. This was
Wow, I was assuming.
no.
Eddie Nketiah
It's
stays on
Martinelli
a
off.
yellow card.
I think he should have come off.
I would have put Trossard through
How
the
old is
middle.
he?
I would. as well.
20.
I'd have those
He's
front
not
three.
old.
Seven?
Some people just
He's
go
got
grey
this-
early.
yeah,
Honestly,
I'm
against
going
City
grey.
with the
Oh, yeah?
can.
Yes, I've
I can
covered
see
it.
it now. Now
Oh,
you say it. I
Foden's
can
coming
see
on
it.
I've
now.
covered it.
Foden.
Wow.
Oh no,
Foden coming on.
I've covered it.
If you say
I've
so.
got this spray now because I had to keep dyeing my hair, damaging my hair. So now I've got this spray. I've got about 200 here, another 100 there, and loads in the front.
Listen, nothing bad about growing old.
There
Oh,
is.
no.
I don't want grey hair.
Ask Devlin.
We've been
Look how-
asking
look how
before the
early he
game.
had grey
Before the
hair.
game, I said we need our
Yeah,
midfielders
very
like
true.
Saka to shoot from the edge of the box, and he just
And he had
didn't
the chance. And he
had the
didn't do it.
opportunity. He's got such a great strike.
Grealish staying down for some time.
Jude has just been off. Is given a yellow card
Let's see what that was for.
for being naughty.
Let's have a look.
No spatial awareness for
Oh, it's
Gabriel
late.
there.
He doesn't actually touch him, does he?
Yeah, I didn't. Well, fuck knows.
Let's have a look
Go
at this
on,
angle.
Jack.
Tell us. Oh, he's not actually touched him.
There's
Chilwell,
Steve again
you
and the lad
mess.
next to
Yeah,
him.
that's a
mess.
bit. That's a bit of a
Shouting over
take the
him.
piss moment. Yeah.
Just Steve and the lad next to him, giving it.
He's loving it, isn't he?
Grealish getting some dog's abuse there from the Arsenal fans, and he's coming off now.
Yeah, Foden's on.
He will
Foden's
go
real.
off. Phil Foden, not a
Interesting.
bad
Why?
replacement to bring on, is it?
Foden to run into space is a good shout. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
I
not gonna
agree.
have to go
And
at us.
Foden's a better striker of the ball than Jack
Oh,
as well. If
100%,
a half chance falls
Also,
through.
Oh,
in Champions
100%.
League,
Some of the
Scott
chances
Parker's
Grealish
Club
is out,
Bruges
Foden would
1-0
eat
down. Mario with the penalty for Benfica.
Who's this? Sorry.
I'm just saying, Club Bruges are 1-0 down to Benfica. Scott Parker's Club Bruges.
Arteta now trying to give it back, trying to make some amends for his earlier indiscretions.
Arsenal, one shot on target. The
One
whole
shot on
game.
target and one goal.
Penalty.
We just need more. We need more
Nice
shots.
run
I
there.
don't think they count penalties, do they? They don't count penalties.
It's a goal.
Is a shot on target?
It didn't go.
No, they
anywhere.
don't.
Why would they not? You've had a shot and it's gone in. From
Okay.
12
I
yards.
don't know if they do
thought
count
they-
it or not. Though.
Yeah, I'm sure they
I don't know
don't.
if they do.
I
They
don't
should.
think they do.
Name the other shot on target you've had, if it isn't there.
Can't remember.
There you go. Ramsdale playing it out from the back again. It's the battle of the bad trims between Julian Brandt and Mudryk out in Dortmund. By the way, has everyone heard that S Club 7 have just announced a massive tour?
What made you think of S Club 7 Mudryk?
Because they're
Alice
trims,
bands.
mate. They're 90s bowl cut trims, probably.
H from steps and that.
Yeah, bro, that was probably what I thought.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I'm embarrassed that I've just said that on
Justin
the.
Timberlake.
Do you know why,
Oh
though?
God.
So, like, N-Dub, Steps, all these big bands that were big 10, 15
Yeah, yeah.
years ago, they
Ooh.
come back and do a
From
tour.
Killer Valley.
So when they
Ooh,
sign
love
these big
it. That's
record
better.
label contracts, there's a clause in most of the contracts that says
Oh,
in 15
shoot,
years,
shoot!
What, you have to come
just
back?
we
fucking
have the right
fuck.
to activate a
Shoot!
Great
reunion
ball.
tour. And that's what they've done again.
Right.
Trossard
they're
already
not-
so
so
much
when
better.
we think they're making crap loads of money off of it, it's like they're not really. They're just
They're
are
still tied
contracted
down
to do
to
it.
a
Yeah,
deal
yeah,
from 10, 15 years ago. It's funny, isn't it?
I want to focus on the game, yeah, but on that same topic, Slipknot signed a record deal in 1995 and then he just came out of it in October.
Really?
Yep, same
What
deal.
was that, like a 10 album deal?
Seven albums.
It's what,
An
it's what
album.
Puff Daddy used to do.
Well, he owns his masters now. The key is to own your masters, isn't
Puff
it?
Daddy would sign people on five album contracts.
Arsenal
and
Sounds like
they'd
Chelsea,
trying
mate.
to.
they'd usually they'd usually get one album out,
Puff-
and then after that,
Puff
they'd
Bowley.
just be like,
No one
Yeah.
would want an album off them.
Lovely. That's so much better from
Puff
Trossard.
Daddy, the Todd Bowley of the music game. Right, I want 15 albums out of you.
Any shot? Can you get a shot off?
Trossard. Oh, penalty surely. No,
Definitely shouts for a
not
pen.
given.
Big
Nah,
shouts for a
you know
pen
what your
there.
players
Not
aren't
given.
even shouting
Anthony
for
Taylor
it.
waves it away.
Your
Just
players
like
aren't-
he waved goodbye
let's
to
just,
his
let's have
hair.
a look at this. He was definitely looking for it, no doubt about that. Gets the touch away from
Good touch,
Walker.
though. Oh, I don't know.
I think that's
No,
there's
Walker. I
good-
don't think Walker touched him.
It's clumsy though.
don't
It's
think Walker
clumsy.
touched
But
Put your
not
leg out
one
like
Arsenal
that.
player called for it.
Yeah, I think Walker's already there and he's not gone into the contact. He
pulled
can't
out,
get out of the way. So, but there's so much. He's
That
so much more
screams
direct.
guilty as well, by the way, doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
Goes like that.
yeah.
No, I didn't punch him.
Martinelli can play really well in a
Oh,
specific
I'll tell
time.
you what.
No, what?
Oh, it's
He's
a
pulled him.
foul.
He's dragged.
No way.
Has he dragged him or is he offside?
What?
Harden can't
'Cause
believe
the,
that decision.
the ref seems quite sure. Let's
11
see.
minutes to go here. Is it a push in the back? Oh, that is weak.
It's very lucky.
But the
not a
other
foul
day,
for
the
me.
I don't think that's a
Brentford
foul,
goal
no.
against- But the Brentford goal against Arsenal, Brentford's first goal that got ruled out was weak the other day.
Yeah. Facts. Facts.
We can get a draw out of this now. We definitely can. Trossard's knocking on the door for starting positions because his passing. He's a lot more effective overall.
Akanji is a ball watcher.
Trossard looks like an Olympic swimmer with that dive, says Mo, Tottenham fan. I actually thought Grealish's was a dive against Villa as well.
It definitely was. It was the same kind of thing. He minimal contact and went down, but
it's one of them ones where
Daps is hella honest today. I'm rating him, man. You know why it is, bro?
Oh,
because it's not Liverpool City today. We're actually agreeing.
But do you know what it is? Stino said over recent weeks, right? There's a few things.
Fabio Vieira getting warmed up.
You know what?
Free kick.
Alex, you'll know it with Liverpool, right? That when your team's been as good as Liverpool and City have been, right? We could come out and still go, no, we're as good as we were last season. We can do that. But the fact is, we haven't been. And it's not just been the last few games. We can go back as far as when we beat Brighton 3-1. We weren't good then. Yeah. We haven't been. So we have to be honest with it.
Emre Can, yellow card, foul outside the area. Good position for free kick. Who is Chelsea's main free kick taker right now? Who would you say?
They'd probably all argue over it at the moment.
There's about 6 lads standing over this ball.
I think some of them don't know each other's names still, to be fair.
I don't know, really. I don't know, whoever.
Well, literally, it is whoever. Because there's about...
They've all been injured for
1, 2, 3,
when do you
4,
get signed?
There's 6 players standing around. De Bruyne across. Haaland. Goal! Yes!
I thought De Bruyne should have shot.
Arsenal 1, Manchester City 3. What a moment this is in the title race. Is it now?
Get in!
Is it? Oh,
he's doing the celebration. Oh my God.
Is it now Manchester City's title to lose?
Right before we bring on Ben White and Fabio Vieira. Like, this is not who we need on it. This
is top of the league.
Result.
Goal difference.
Yeah.
Does it sound good?
Got a game in hand.
Sounds beautiful, mate. You do have a goal.
We do have one game in hand.
You do have a game in hand, but you also have to come to the Etihad.
It's true.
How does that usually work out for you?
It's true. This is very true. But according to you,
they've got a game in hand.
This is a different Arsenal side.
It is a different Arsenal side. Well, you're going to get top 4. You're going to finish above Tottenham.
Massive moment for Man City in the title race. They've come to the Emirates. They've pounced on Arsenal's mistakes. They've been clinical. And they're now 3-1 up. Reece James steps up for a free kick. Great strike.
Damn it!
Amazing save from the keeper.
Fuck's sake.
Action all over here on DR Sports.
It's us not being able to play out from
another De Bruyne assist, another Haaland goal.
And another Haaland goal.
So there was something that I said when we played Arsenal in the FA Cup, and I said it on AFTV the other day, and Robbie wasn't having it. Shock. When we played you at Argath, and both of us had 7-8 days, right? Arteta missed a trick, right? Because he knows your record against us, yeah?
Oh, you think he should have gone for it?
Should have gone for it.
Mentally to get that.
If you beat us that day...
That could have helped more in this game, you mean?
And I've said it. I said
32 goals.
32 goals this season is outrageous. Yes. Great touch.
Odegaard! Oh, it's a good chance for Arsenal again. Odegaard finding himself crowded out by the Man City players, and they've done well, City, this
Looks like it's
half.
Ben White on for Tomiyasu. Yeah, Ben White's on for Tomiyasu.
And Fabio Vieira on
for Saka. Well. Fabio's on for Saka.
I mean, you're still going for it.
Trossard gets it on the edge of the box.
And my phone is blowing up with WhatsApps from rival fans now.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to my world. I tell you what, I woke up.
I present this show on a Saturday football show. Whilst
videos and
pummeled, and I'm getting them.
Alex, I woke up the Monday morning after the Spurs game, right? Hanging, right? And I've looked at my phone, and I've got messages off of every single channel. Firstly, are you free today to talk on the news? I'm thinking, what, the news that we lost to Spurs, right? And I'm thinking, what fucking news is everyone talking about?
And then you realised it was the old FFP breaches.
Back to sleep.
I actually asked, I think,
yeah,
I asked
they did
Steve and I asked Lewis as well.
Literally every single channel.
I'll have you on though soon.
And it was nah.
Great ball over to Trossard.
Oh, I love that from Trossard.
Little flick as well.
Little flickers. Great strike that. And no, it's not really, is it?
That was terrible. It wasn't even on target.
Glad to see Fabio Vieira getting minutes because he's technically good. He's quite weak. He's got to play Saka through.
I think he's one that's going to take longer for you.
Yeah, for sure. He needs to be in the gym a bit.
Yeah,
he's got some technical ability though, but he's not quite.
A bit like Rico Lewis. Rico Lewis, I think, needs a growth spurt.
Yeah, for sure.
No, he's not.
There's been games where he's been the Spurs game, he was getting bullied.
It's not going to do it.
Because they play football, all they've got is hard challenges and shit house. That's all they've got.
Here we go again.
Oh, Haaland and
Haaland
Saliba going
again
right at
just
it.
got the ball off
Haaland
him.
just brushing him to the side and then gets a throw in against him. Ben White. Yeah.
Well, Chelsea should have been 2-0
go.
up by now, but we've...
Would you take a 0-0 draw if they offered it you now?
Away at Dortmund, yeah. Probably.
No, away goal. No.
Great save by Kevin,
Because I
isn't
think
it?
we can definitely win. Because they haven't... do you know what? They've had a few good spells, but I think we've been by far the better team. It's just we've just not had that final product.
We're bizarrely starting to play a more open game and play better football.
Oh, get up,
once
Modric.
we're 3-1 down.
Now is no time to
It's a
fall
complete
over,
mental-
babe.
It's a mental thing more than a football
Do you
thing.
know what?
Enzo
Ooh.
goes for goal and it's a good save.
Do you know what?
Shot on target for Chelsea.
For me now, I've been saying this week, I'm interested to see.
It's brilliant.
Arsenal's
from Haaland, that
fans,
is. Left
yeah.
foot, right foot finish.
Need
mad,
to
isn't he?
remember how they were towards Arteta, right, before this season. And they need to, not all of a sudden, and I don't mean all Arsenal fans,
I got
but
you.
no Arsenal fans should now start turning on players, right? And this is your fourth game in a row that you haven't won. You've lost 3, drawn 1, right?
Yeah.
You can't turn on the players, and that's what I'm interested to see if Arsenal
Yeah,
fans
we have that
revert back to
mentality,
what
yeah.
they do, to turning on
Also,
players. And
if they do turn on the players, how would the players react then? Because you've seen Zinchenko this season, a proper leader,
Yeah.
almost the captain at times, the
Yeah,
way he's
yeah,
been
yeah,
rallying
yeah.
up the troops. If the fans do go against them, how does someone like him react? How does
yeah,
Xhaka
yeah,
react?
yeah, true.
Can they show that winning, that what you need to win a
Yeah,
league, that
yeah,
winning
yeah.
mentality? We've seen it in every game so far this season for Arsenal, but if they lose this now, and then maybe
Great
don't
turn.
pick it up, how is that going to affect them? Ben White surely must shoot. Blocked by Ruben Diaz, and it will go out for... No, it won't. Saka keeps it on. 4 minutes to go. Can Arsenal find a consolation goal
know,
here
it's
at the Emirates?
It's very good in
Can
the
we find
second
any
half.
goal in Dortmund?
Absolute problem this second half.
Oh, look
Haaland.
who's coming.
Kevin, Calvin, I should say. Calvin Phillips coming on. For
Once
City
he's
to
not hitting
shore
the
up that
buffet.
midfield.
Hopefully he's lost some weight, yeah.
For once he's not hitting the buffet.
In the buffet.
I'm sorry, but I will say it.
Do you remember when he was warming up at Leeds? They're
Yeah.
saying, you're too fat to play
Yeah.
for Leeds.
It's a great chance.
It is.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable that City are going to
But do you know what else it shows
Haaland's
as well?
been very good this second half. Very
Yeah,
good. He's been
Kevin
absolute
De Bruyne has
handful.
been unbelievable as well.
It's them two. They've been.
Yeah.
They've both been a handful.
Do you know what else as well? It shows how you guys can play when you stick to the 4.
Do you know
when
what
it's
it
the
is as well?
4-3-3? Because when you started with the 3, it just didn't really work. Once you went back to the 4,
There's a few things as well, though. I've been saying it. As soon I get Ruben Diaz was injured.
Yeah.
But he was so important to get back in the team as quickly as possible.
because there was talk of like who's better, Ruben or Van Dijk at the time, and then once he got injured, he didn't really
look,
get
Van Dijk
marking.
turned his stripes for me. I never understand, because we've got to remember, before Liverpool, Van Dijk was doing well at
Celtic
Southampton. Before
and
that, he was doing well at
Southampton,
Southampton. So I've kind of always got that. Look, Van Dijk's good this season. I honestly believe Van Dijk. The issue at Liverpool is the midfield, not protecting the defence.
Exposing
It's
the defence.
the same as so. But the other thing with City is everyone said, oh, you know, in January everyone was saying business end. This is a business end of the season, and City still haven't turned up. No, City.
We're approaching the
factually
business
are
end.
good in February, March, April.
When they have to be.
Yeah. So I feel like some Arsenal fans were getting carried away with this business end of the season before it's business end of the season, not understanding, no. This is halfway point.
Yeah.
They got carried away, didn't they?
Yeah. I mean, look, let me be clear. Arsenal was still in the title race.
But I said to AGT
What the fuck was that?
on previous videos, I said to you, I'm not going to let the media change our
God
narrative.
almighty.
You
Start
have to
telling
look,
us
you are.
where I'm not going to let the media start telling us where we're at because I don't want.
off the top of the league.
Listen, I can't listen. Cecil's on something
Yeah,
else,
that was
bruv.
mad.
Saying
That was mad.
That is going to come back and haunt
Do you know what I mean?
them in the league
But one
now.
thing I will say is, right, because someone said if Arsenal lose
Use
this game...
Odegaard. Use Odegaard. He's there.
Oh, it's a header from Nketiah.
Someone
It's
said
wide.
if Arsenal lose this game,
Yeah.
that's it, yeah? And
it's
here's
not
what I
it.
would say to that, right, is the first Premier League we ever won, we were up against a Man United that know how to win leagues. Fergie was still managing them. Ferdinand was still there. Van Dijk was still there.
Nketiah again. What is
God,
this?
times headers better, isn't he?
Headers
Lost
are
to
poor.
Arsenal on the Sunday.
Yeah.
8 points. United were 8 points ahead of us with 7 games to go.
People throwing things at Kevin De Bruyne, not good, not really what you want to see.
And like
really, really
Adebayor,
poor for
they're
our fans.
missing again.
Bruyne winking at the fans.
That's very, very poor from our fans. Don't
Poor
want to see
throw.
that.
Next time hit him. Joking, by the way, people. Don't. throw things at football.
My Arsenal fan mate has just texted me saying, it was fun while it lasted. We've been absolutely slapped up tonight and put back in our box.
You know.
It's right. I know the party thing's going to be mentioned once or twice.
Sake, another fucking save.
Which is a good point, but this is the thing.
No, I don't think the party thing's a huge factor. We've made mistakes ourselves when playing out from the back. You guys have done well to press us.
But would have Partey have made those mistakes?
No, but no, you're not understanding. The mistakes didn't come from Partey. The mistakes come from like our back four, Gabriel, stuff like that. Like that same mistake would have happened.
Oh, how's that not happened?
Oh, how's it going over there, Sophie? By the way.
Oh,
okay. Breakaway here for Dortmund. Oh, and he's got round Enzo. Ground the keeper. It's 1-0 to Dortmund. What a goal!
Oh,
what a goal! And he does a front backflip as well. Adeyemi.
I'm sorry, if I'm a manager, I'm not happy with that. I'm
risking
never
injury.
happy with that.
Risking injury for a celebration.
We used to have a player called Peter Beagrie that used to do that. But if I'm a manager, I'm not having that. No backflip.
Kevin De Bruyne, man of the match.
Any flip I've ever seen before.
De Bruyne.
Chelsea 1-0 down.
I'd be interested to see if Bernardo's been sometimes.
But that's what really fucking pisses me off.
Adeyemi, what a goal!
That's what really pisses me off.
Actually, Grealish has been good as well.
We should have scored there. How have we not scored there?
Is that the counter?
Look at this counter.
Yeah,
Adeyemi from his own box.
Ferocious counter.
Enzo Fernandez left in his trail. 100 million later. Round the keeper.
Not okay.
80 million round him. Bosh in the bottom corner.
Based on this, guys, I'm sorry.
There has to be Enzo watch.
Guys, based on this, I'm sorry, but
Gakpo's
Grealish is being watched, so Enzo has to be watched.
And Mudryk?
Mudryk has to be watched.
I don't think.
Has to be watched.
I think Todd really needs.
Fraud watch. Who's on it next?
Todd really needs to look at
I was convinced
at the manager situation now.
Hang on.
Oh my God, here we go.
I'm just going to stop you from watching this game, which there are 3.5 minutes left of. Let's go to Sophie.
Expressions is trying to video
Pick that up.
me.
Pick that up right now.
I don't want to speak to him.
We want to hear what he's got to say, though.
I don't want to speak to you right now, Expressions.
I don't want to speak to you. Listen, Meghan Markle, I don't want to speak to you right now. Listen, that Queen's English, yeah? In a split, blood.
No.
Dortmund, bruv. What are you talking about?
No.
Terry, big up your damn self.
Pass the phone over.
I heard that you were cooking me in the chat, and I said, Sophie, cooking.
No, they said you were cooking me.
In her life.
No.
This girl can't cook. This girl thinks chicken's pink, fam. Am I a prick? Woo! Hold that, blood. I'm telling you, fam. Dortmund putting you lot in the. Hold on, is that Nick? My fucking brother, what are you talking about?
My brother, what are you saying?
Hey,
listen.
G, you know, make you man subscribe to Nick, blood. Nick J. Francis, bro. Hey, Nick.
Yo.
Nick, you're me, blood. Do me. I know you're upset about the Arsenal score, but cook her for me, blood.
Say
Nick,
no
you're
more,
my
fam.
blood.
No, they said that you were cooking me. We've been played. No. I think he's.
Hey, Sophie, I don't know. You're stuttering. You're going in and out, boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'm very upset right now.
It's terrible, boy. What are you streaming off a typewriter or something like that?
But Expressions. Let me.
I can't hear you either. Oh, the connection's gone. Oh no, bye.
And she's hanged up on Expressions.
So one goal has changed your mind about this manager
just
situation.
Before he called her.
Yeah.
You were saying?
I think there's a situation here where we should not be losing this game because we have very good players that aren't being put in a system where we can win this game. And that has to be down to the manager. I think Todd needs to think about the manager. I think to think about it.
Are you suggesting he didn't previously think about the manager before he got this manager?
No, I'm saying we've seen what's happening now on the pitch with the players that we've just spent all this money on, and something's not working out. And I don't believe it's because they're not good players, because I've seen them do something here. I believe this is down to who's managing them at this point.
So
there's no game plan. What is the game plan? What
getting down the left wing
What
now.
is the style of football? What is the style of play?
Foden busting a gut.
And Gundogan,
Good
is that a
challenge.
penalty?
Nah, good tackle.
So Sophie,
Well, in
are you
Haaland's
saying? And can I just ask you
tackle.
clearly?
We've had the most of the possession, and that goal comes out of nowhere because we're not able to finish it up front. And I don't understand. I don't think that's because they're not talented players and they're not world-class players. I think it's because they're not being managed properly and the style of football is not suiting them.
Are you saying Graham Potter needs to go?
This is like trying to get Klopp out of you, Alex.
I'm saying we should think about it. I'm not saying he has to. I'm saying we need to start thinking about it now because this is not.
So if you think, how long does that thought process have to take though? So if you start thinking, then you might as well do.
It depends though. Arteta also obviously had a
Game
hard time.
over, we're going to come back to you, Sophie, and Chelsea losing in Dortmund, but that is a massive 3 points in this title race. Manchester City have come to the Emirates, and they are the first team to beat Arsenal at the Emirates this season. Mikel Arteta not looking happy at all.
You can't do 100 points as well, by the way.
Hands. The 100 points is now gone.
You can't do 100 points.
Daps is victorious as he watches Haaland, Foden, and the rest celebrate in front of the travelling City firm. But that is a massive shift, is it not, in the title race now? Will Man City, now they're level on points with Arsenal, now become the favourites? Haaland's still celebrating. Nick, I'm coming to you. If you didn't think you could win the league before the game, can you now?
First of all, it's possible that we can win the league. But what you just said, if Man City are now favourites, Man City have always been favourites. Said this. I've been on the show with you for weeks, and I've said this to you for weeks. Have I not? The Man City have always been favourites.
I sense the sarcasm because 2 weeks ago you were 8 points clear.
They've always been
8 points clear.
They've always been they've always been the favourites.
8 points clear.
They've always been the favourites. They've got the experience. They've got the squad. Do you know what I mean? The subs that we made a lot of mistakes, and for me, we brought this loss on ourselves. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of you guys did play very, very well. I'm not taking anything away from you, but
I'd say maybe just about third gear.
A lot of the goals,
half.
2 of the goals came directly from mistakes from us, and we're not impressing ourselves on games enough. So we need to, the worry isn't just this individual game. This game is one game. The worry is the last 4 games and how long this is going to continue for. We do have a good record of bouncing back after a loss, and we are not bouncing back at the moment, which is what the worry is for what's next. We can still win the game that we have in hand. We can still potentially go on a run, but that's where the real fear is for the Arsenal fans at the moment.
Daps, how are you feeling after that monumental result? You can see Saka head in hands, no party tonight as well. But is that part of the excuse for Arsenal fans tonight, or did City just totally blow them away and maybe pounce on mistakes made by Arsenal? You could argue that 2 goals were mistakes.
I think it's very similar to the game at the Emirates last season, where it's Arsenal made. And last season, when they made those mistakes, I said, you'll learn from this. Like Arteta subs against United, I think he'll learn from that. But this is the thing where you are coming up against a City team that we know how to do this. This isn't just a myth. And this is the thing, all season, even when Arsenal we've looked really bad.
Yeah.
And you've looked really good. My faith has always been in that if City's best 11 come good business end of the season. And I think I said to you the other week on the Saturday show, said to you, Alex, that we have to take advantage of that result when you drop points to Everton, then we played Tottenham.
Yeah.
I said the City of old will take advantage of that, and we didn't. And at that point, I was ready to go, do you know what, we're just not the same team. But
I mean, if you'd won that game.
What's happened since then? Yeah. But it is what it is. This is the thing. Let's be clear, right? The title race has not been decided today. Will City drop more points this season? Yeah, we will, right? We've got to go Brighton. You've still got to go to Anfield, right? You haven't won on the Mersey against Liverpool or Everton since 2017, right?
And
You've still got to go to
2011.
Your next game is Villa 12:30 kickoff.
Yeah,
on Saturday.
Against Unai Emery.
We're shocking with early
kickoffs. What's going on here?
I know.
I'll tell you what, that's
but this is the thing, and the other thing, I always said this, that there is a blueprint of how to play against City, right?
Why have they taken?
There hasn't been a blueprint of how to play against you, and Sean Dyche went and drew one, right? Now that's going to be passed around every team that's fighting relegation now. So expect that low block against them.
But we already played against low block teams earlier. We've always struggled against the low block teams, and we're still. Obviously, you've had a good start to the season, but we are still, and I think what you're saying about Arsenal, we're still in the transition period. Do you know what I'm saying? Because we had a good start, people are getting carried away with that. Both our starting wingers are both 21 years old. Do you know what I mean? But the problem for me is the mentality, and that comes with experience, like you say, because we haven't been there before. But we have to be able to dig deep and go and be more direct and go and affect games more.
Now, what you have to do as well is you can't be having, because look, I've done some shows this week with some content creators that are already ready to get on Arteta's back.
No,
they're ready.
It's
they're
ridiculous.
waiting.
It's ridiculous.
They are waiting, and you can't do that. Look, if you get right, if you don't win the league, a lot of people are going to call you bottle jobs, but the fact is, this is your first rodeo.
100%. 100%.
For a long time. It's not your first rodeo. It's your first rodeo for a long time. You've got to learn from it. The one thing I will say is, and I've thought this about both of us, but now it's even more on you lot.
Go on.
Is you've got a certain other team from Manchester, right, that you don't need them creeping up and overtaking.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? That's what you've got to avoid.
100%.
So you need to bounce back very quickly.
Yeah, like us, and for me, it's the question is not just the football, but the mentality. It's individual little mistakes, players that don't look quite comfortable. We've seen it. So before two of the goals, for the last 3-4 minutes building up to those goals, we kept saying, "Why are they playing from the back? Why are they playing from?" We kept saying it, and it's not like the goals came out of nowhere.
Do you know what?
We saw it coming a mile off.
Do you know? If you look at Saka today, he didn't really overly look like a leader.
Look when he gets into the final. Look when he gets to the final third and he's ready to have a shot. He doesn't know whether to shoot or to pass. This is somebody that's been captain in their international team for 5-6 years. You know, he's got to be making those decisive decisions. For me, Zinchenko and Ødegaard were still very, very good. But
Ødegaard was. I think Ødegaard was.
Those are the two players that were very, very good. Jorginho, we're still not quite sure where he's at in terms of. There's moments that are good, there are moments that are bad. You know,
I think Saliba was good in the first half. Saliba and Gabriel second half, they dropped off.
Once you guys made those changes and went back to a back four, we need to make changes to adapt to the changes that you've made. But we didn't. We left those changes way too late. We were calling for subs at 1-1 and at 2-1, and it was only when it went to 3-1 or around about the same time that we started to make those changes. So, you know, we're leaving things too late. We have to be more aggressive and go and assert ourselves on games and not let games happen to us. But we're going to have these days. This is what it is.
We also have to do the same thing.
It's not over.
Right? It's great having our result against Villa. This result today is huge, right? But now we've got to go to Forest at the weekend. Forest away.
And where they don't lose at home.
And we have to build on this. We can't now get complacent and think that's it, we've done what we have to. Because this isn't game week 37. This is game week, what, 30?
21?
20, nah,
22, 23.
22, 23, I think. But either way, there's a long way to go. There's teams like Forest away, right? They still are not safe, right? There's a lot of teams that aren't safe. So we have to go and we have to really go on a run now. We need to see a City do, I'm not going to say an 18-game run, but we need to see City do a 12-game run now. We need
plus,
some, yeah.
I think Liverpool need that as well to get in
what
the
the
top
fuck
four.
was that? So
Sophie,
Chelsea, being stupid.
I think your next game's Newcastle, isn't it?
When they don't lose as well.
Yeah.
But they have drawn a lot of games this year. Big up to everyone who's just joined us, by the way. Make sure whilst you're entering, you're liking the video. We've still got around 15 minutes now of this Dortmund game, and what a chance again. It's offside though from Mason Mount, but Dortmund won, Chelsea 0 right now as it stands.
Yeah, we
have
have only ourselves to blame because we should have already had 2 goals or maybe even 3, but we're fucking twatting around.
We do apologise for the expletives that Sophie persists on using, but she is obviously very out of control right now. Greg Livingstone with a super chat. I'm a City fan, but I still believe we'll drop points with the upcoming games.
We will drop points. I think Brighton away is a prime example. That's not.
I think you guys will drop points, but the question is, do Arsenal have the mentality to see you drop points and go out there and put pressure on them?
See, we've got Chelsea at home, Liverpool at home.
Brighton away. In April.
Huh?
We play you guys in April at your ground.
So three of our big games are at home, which
we've got you April the 1st at the Etihad.
Yeah.
First game after the international break coming back. Glover says Potter out.
I mean, a lot of fans are saying that, babe.
You're one of them.
No, I didn't say Potter out. I said we need to think about it. I think now's the time.
You asked Todd to consider it.
Guys, it's not. It's also, but you know, you think, oh, you need to give a manager time. But I think when you look at Arteta's journey and what Potter's got, Arteta wasn't given a load of money from the start, was he?
No, his first transfer window was Cedric and Mari on loan.
That's what I mean. Like this is a very different story.
Yeah, no,
like
100%.
if in Arteta's first few months he was given Enzo and this and that, I mean, you'd be there like, okay, we need something happening. And I think what it is that there's a group of players here that for some reason it's not all gelling together. You can tell when it gels together, when it works together. Because the passing and the goal, like we'd be watching what we just watched.
Some of them
City
didn't
do.
know who he was. They presumed they were going to get magic tricks in training, right? And when that didn't happen, they've
Who's that?
gone against your players. They heard you had Potter, and they're like, brilliant.
Oh.
Malfoy till the end of the season, says
Harry
Super
Potter.
Mac.
In.
Reece James on the edge.
When he put Mouthwaite on the bench for the first game, he wasn't happy.
We need these sorts of players, especially with the amount of egos that they have as well. These sorts of players need somebody very, very assertive and like.
There we go.
You will play this way.
Chance! Koulibaly! It's off the line!
Great defending.
Or is it over? No, it's a
defending.
corner. Emre Can off the
Brilliant
line.
defending.
Do you know what? This
A
is
naughty
this is
boy,
where
according to
if
Sophie.
they had someone like Aubameyang, would he be in there to follow that up? But they've got no striker.
João Felix doing his best as the number 9 today.
He's not registered as a striker
Onside here, onside there.
Champions League, so.
Had time, goes for goal.
Also, it's a bit concerning.
Oh,
that
it's
this,
brilliant
that's the
from Emre Can.
that's the second
Unbelievable
or-
from him.
That's the second or third time that we've seen the ball drop to Koulibaly for him to score. Why is he up there to score as a centre-back with all the attacking talent they've got on?
Story of the game. End the stream. Just end it.
Well, we've still got just over 10 minutes to go in this
Well,
one.
if one more goal goes in for Dortmund, I'm going home. So I don't give a
do
shit.
that.
I'm going home.
Jordi El Nino Boya says, naughty boy, that's a bad word in Spanish. Lol, Chelsea getting cooked. Sophie got cooked by X. X has been calling me the Scouse Jim Kerry recently, which I don't mind. 1.5k of you in this chat right now. Make sure that you are liking the video. We've got Arsenal tears, we've got Chelsea tears.
No, I've not got tears. I'm just angry.
It's not a good day for
Not
London.
tears,
is it?
I'm just angry.
There's just a lot of tears.
Have that.
Thank you.
Bottled it.
Bottle of your tears.
I'm not happy, mate.
Well, let's talk about it a little bit more.
I'm not happy.
Now you understand how I feel. Oh, Ziyech! Straight the keeper.
Oh!
But
It's
Alex,
not strong enough. What's
that's
that
a
going to
valid
do? We're
point.
just kicking the ball straight to
Arsenal
him.
fans didn't want to listen to Liverpool fans. Liverpool fans have been saying,
What do you mean we don't want to listen to Liverpool? I'm not on the
I mean,
pitch.
to be fair, I don't want to listen to Liverpool fans much as well.
What do you expect Arsenal fans to do from here? We know that Man City is a good team. What do you want us to do?
mean by that?
Yeah, what do you mean?
No, just that
What do you mean?
you admitted that some of your fan base has got carried away. You've said it, right? And that's what I'm saying. That when, no, but that's what I'm saying.
Have I not been saying
But
that
I said that.
we're not favourites to win the league? I've been saying
I
that.
agree. But what I'm saying is,
I wasn't.
You're laughing now. Stop laughing.
sarcasm's not can't be proven.
You're Jim Carrey, man. You make me laugh. Do you know what I mean? But it is.
Big up.
Trust me, like I know that we're not favourites to win it. We have to overcome a mountain. Like even when we're making these signings, we're looking at Trossard, good reinforcement. We're
Trossard
looking
was a
at
good
Jorginho, good reinforcement. But we're not looking at these players like, yeah, these players are going to carry us to a title.
I think Trossard. I would have took Trossard at City, by the way.
Yeah, I
would
think
take him
we
to
need.
City, yeah,
I
I
think
think
for
he scored
a
Villa.
hat-trick at the
I
top
think for
end.
Villa, we're going to need to start seeing Trossard start. We need to see him starting from the get go.
I think until Jesus is back 100%. Once Jesus is back,
100.
maybe.
Yeah,
But for
I
me,
agree with you. Yeah, Martinelli's
look,
very
that
isolated.
first half against City, right? Trossard looked very good. The difference, I feel Martinelli's very direct.
even a foul.
Trossard can do direct, but he can also pass.
Yes,
Right?
exactly.
He can
Yeah,
also
I agree
cross.
with you. I agree with you. Like I said, the frustration
is
for me,
this, though?
the frustration for me is just that a lot of this, and again, I'm not taking anything away from your performance, but a lot of the actual goal scoring actions, the game is very 50-50. The goal scoring actions came from us. The first goal was Tomiyasu going back, wayward pass.
But would you not agree that the one thing that we said is that what City have to do with Jorginho on the pitch, and I'm not saying he made the mistakes, and this is what, for me, the only way City win leagues is by recycling and pressing high. It's the same way Liverpool did. It's
That's
the
where
same
you're
way
better than
look
us.
good.
You are better than us.
Tell you what, though, Dortmund are in here again,
better than us
maybe.
with the recycling.
And they're in here
I think
again.
we pressured you into
Modeste?
making
Well played, Reece
mistakes.
James.
And I
Brilliant
think that's
defender.
the reminder that some of these Arsenal defenders, if you
Silva.
press them, they will make mistakes.
They're very used to having a lot of the ball, and they're not. I don't know, like they're not high IQ players, but they're not the same level
Go
of IQ
on.
players.
And Kai
Fucking
Havertz, is that not a penalty?
It's a great tackle, I think.
Pulling his shirt a lot there with Soulé.
Sule's very, very slow as well. But yeah, I think that they didn't look comfortable You know, I think that there is a mental block there as well, where they're looking at they're looking up and seeing Haaland bombing at them, and they're feeling different to if they've got a Jesse Lingard bombing at them, or if they've got Mitrovic. Not that those players aren't good players, but I think that there is a mental element there.
They're waiting for Jesse Lingard to bust out a robot or something, to be honest. But this goes back to that FA Cup game. If you would have beat us at the Etihad, in your head, and I just think when I looked at it, I think that we took. Later, I got it. It was an 8-day break. Yeah, why did he rest players?
That was the debate, but I do think as well that we took some confidence from the fact that it was only one, because we've been slapped so badly there. We took confidence from the fact of it's only 1-0, and we played our second string team. So they did take some confidence from that game, but maybe that confidence is misplaced confidence.
Do you know the thing? This is the thing, right? A 1-0 loss or a 4-0 loss, right? I think it's naive sometimes to go, well, it was only 1-0, because, last weekend, Man United scored in the 84th and the 87th minute or something like that, right? And I said to someone, do you know what? We beat Villa 3-1, but scoring 2 goals in the last 10 minutes, to me, tells me more about a club's mentality than a team that could score 3 in the first half, then score none in the second. Yeah. Right? So 1-0 wins. I think one of your most important wins this season was when you beat Leeds when you were bad. Yeah, right? That's an important win. They're the type of wins.
Chance, Felix! Straight at the keeper.
When Liverpool, I think, won their league, or it might have been the season when they nearly won the league, when I remember they were something like 2-0 down against Crystal Palace.
On the floor,
and we won 3-2.
That's how you win leagues. Yeah. That is how you win leagues. It's those type of games. Those 1-0s. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you.
But
and I know it's
kicking out
bad, the Rodri handball,
goalkeeper.
But sometimes things like that. But here's the thing. You can stand and you can cry about referees' decisions. Alternatively, you can keep going and go again and again and again. And that is how you win leagues, by going again and going again.
Sure, got a comment for you here, Daps, from Geordie. Daps are all twerking with City against the Gooners. Mo, the Tottenham fan, says realisation kicking in for Asna fans. Your title is in trouble. Nketiah left the room, says Matt. Asna. Now they don't think these players will carry them through, says Naldo. X going to put you in a spliff blood, says
shoot! Fuck's
Chance
sake!
Again for Chelsea.
You ain't scoring.
Watch all the Arsenal fans flip-flop now, says Kyle.
I do agree, just on that point made by Kyle and what Dap said as well. I do think we have to keep the support. Nothing at the end of the day. This is February. There's nothing's going to change. No managerial changes are going to happen. No personnel changes are going to happen.
And they shouldn't.
But regardless of that, it's not going to happen. So standing there screaming and shouting on the street and being angry is going to do nothing. On the street. It's going to do nothing. On the streets of Twitter, it's going to do nothing to actually help the teams. It can either be
short-sighted, Bo. Arteta's doing a good thing.
It can either be detrimental to the team or it can do nothing. So it's not going to help anything. No, it's not. Do you know what I mean? But I think on social media, you get people that think that if they shout at the team, that proves how ambitious they are as people. Oh, I'm really ambitious because I can send some tweets.
Do you know what? Sometimes I'll go back to that first title we won when we lost to you, right? And we'd had a bad run of games, then we lost to you, and it was like, that's us out of the title race. And I think Khaldoon went into the dressing room and said, look, a couple of days off, right? And then we go again, right? But now there's no pressure on anymore. This isn't, because it was our first ever title race. There's no pressure no more. Just go and enjoy it. And I think that's what Arteta needs to do now. It almost needs to be like a reset. Like, do you know what? We've allowed this pressure cooker to build up, and we've got carried away.
But I think the issue,
back to basics.
And obviously we're allowed to critique the players without going crazy. I really like Mikel Arteta. I think he can make us a very successful football team, but he needs to be more versatile. And what I mean by that is, you look at Chelsea, I think it was Conte's season, to the point that you said about how you could lose games and it could work out for you. We beat them when they had a back four, I think it was. They changed to the back five and then went on to win the league. We need, what we're not doing, we have the same 11. We've made the least changes to our starting 11 all season for anyone in the league. We've got the same 11, same style of play, and it's becoming a little bit. We need to change something, whether it's a personnel change or a tactical change. He needs to show a little bit more flexibility, regardless.
Yeah, I agree with you. Look, I said before today, and
Michael Arteta, Joshua saying,
when you bought Zinchenko, right? At the time, everyone was telling me Tierney is by far your number one left back when he's fit, but there's injury issues. So that's why I was like, Zinchenko is perfect because he's fine to be back up. That's what he was at City, right? But also, he captains Ukraine playing in the centre.
Exactly.
Right. So if you've got central midfielder.
To be fair, Xhaka captains Switzerland.
Agreed. No, but what I'm saying is, right, so now when you've got the party injury, I'm a bit surprised that, like, you could have played Tierney today and played Zinchenko next to Saka.
I think that Arteta plays 2 different formations and 2 different shapes when we're in and out of possession. So Zinchenko, if you look at his heat map after the game, he's in the midfield, playing in the midfield
same
a lot.
as at City.
But Tierney defensively, I don't know, like he's very, very good going forwards, and I don't know how good he is defensively. So if you've got someone like Zinchenko that bombs forward and gets involved in the attack, without Partey, there's not a lot of cover for Tierney. He can get quite isolated. But obviously,
today, if you have Tierney and Zinchenko, right? Zinchenko is amazing in transition, right, and moving and doing triangles all the way up and down the pitch. If you had Tierney and him, you've got 2 left backs on the pitch, one that can play as a midfielder. So he knows how to defend and he knows how to move with transition. But it surprised me a bit because I kind of thought when Arteta signed Zinchenko, it was that if need be, we can play in the midfield. But you've gone and got Jorginho, and we'll see. Proof in the pudding.
Well, listen, it is proof in the pudding, and it is Manchester City who now go level on points and are above Arsenal via goal difference.
Where's this investigation anyway? Why is it taking so long? What's going on? It's been 3 weeks.
You need those points now, yeah? You need those points now. You need them now, right?
Where's it at?
You don't want to win it, but you want to win it on merit.
Let's go to Dortmund. There's a couple of minutes left, Sophie. How are Chelsea playing right now? 89 minutes gone.
Same as what's been happening. We've just been shooting at the goalkeeper.
Any luck?
No. Zero. Nothing is happening, everyone.
You've had shots on target
shots
as well.
On target at the goalkeeper. We may as well just give him the ball.
You
Not
sound
happy
happy.
is Sophie Rose.
No, because you know what? I'm just sick of watching just bad football all the time.
Put her out.
But you're saying maybe Boyle has to think about a change of manager, but with all the talent there, how much responsibility is down to the players to find a way to think their way through?
Just blame the manager all the time.
No, what are you talking about?
You said you've had a lot of shots on goal. That means that the system that you're playing is allowing you guys to get shots off. So do you not have to look at the players?
Well, no, not really, because Dortmund haven't actually been that good tonight.
Oh, fair enough then.
Oh, that's a foul.
There's nothing to do with that. These players should be burying those goals easily.
What's going on here? What's going on here? They're running after him.
Kicking off, mate. It's Cucurella getting his hair flung around all over the place like a bad bee.
You should learn from Jack. You have to be careful in Europe with that long hair. They'll pull it.
Not really a
They will pull it. They will pull it.
Dortmund's not really a stadium.
Emre Can getting involved. Loftus-Cheek.
I tell you what,
who else we got? Koulibaly in the middle of it.
Game last year, it was mad.
It's not. You don't want to go over there.
Horrible game.
You don't want to go over there and kick off.
I saw us lose 1-0 there actually.
It's not going to work
behind
in
the
your
netting.
favour. As soon as obviously we do badly at Anfield anyway, but as soon as Arteta started arguing with Klopp, I was like, nah. So I was like, that's awful.
Do you know what? I'll be honest. This season, when we played Liverpool and we were doing a really good job at keeping Anfield quite quiet until Pep did something. It's like you don't do
just be
that
quiet.
at Anfield.
It was when he went like that.
Don't do that at Anfield. Yeah, you don't do that at Anfield.
Because
that's the one thing over the last 2 seasons he's realised since COVID, when there was no fans, we need to make Anfield as quiet as possible. Yeah. And when he did that, it was like, what are you doing?
You've awoken the beast. Yeah. You've prodded the lion. You've tapped the bear.
There's a great bear film that's come out. Actually,
called Cocaine Bear.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Mental.
I saw the trailer.
I thought it was a spoof, but it's a real. Apparently, it's a true story as well.
The last attack.
Smuggling drugs crashed, and
the bear got old. His nut. Mad name.
Guys, pay attention.
Right, 2.5 minutes left to go in this one in Dortmund. Dortmund 1, Chelsea 0. Sophie Rose, is anything
basically we should
have
been 2-3-0 up, but we've just not happened. Yeah.
Corner comes in
Good ball.
It's taken very well by the Dortmund keeper, who goes down. Glenn Killington, Arteta out.
They're all going to come now.
Arteta out, says ONG.
What does Arteta mean?
Ask Glenn.
Glenn, tell us. Give us an explanation for what clarting means for Sophie, please.
Yeah. Oh, is that what Troop says, that word?
I mean, Troops definitely will have used the word Clark before. Definitely.
It doesn't say it to me, but
more than once.
Someone said that poor bear died in real life.
I bet he did.
Spoilers for the movie.
In real life, though.
I bet he did.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. Unbelievable.
Today's
This
a good
night
day.
of football, brilliant stuff.
Terrible day.
Today's
for
a good
London
day.
football. Terrible day.
Tearing Cockneys apart again.
So frustrated, man. All of our own making, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, our centre backs are typically quite comfortable on the ball. That's what we signed them for, and
It's pressure. Pressure.
It is for sure.
They're still
No doubt.
both young.
No doubt about it. I sometimes forget how young Gabriel is,
Yeah.
because he's been here for a couple of years now, but
And we still haven't had the official allocated time added on here in Dortmund, but we are 2.5 minutes in to that added time. Hasn't showed us, has it? Or,
I don't think
unless
it has,
I'm missing
no.
it.
I don't think it has, no.
Emre Can wins the header on the edge. Saul back in.
How much at a time was it?
We don't know.
We don't know.
I'm glad you're paying
Hasn't actually
attention.
told us. Yeah.
See, well, you two you lot have been yapping away.
Well, that's what the whole point of it is. Real Madrid, by the way, have won 4-0 against Elche, who are bottom of La Liga. It's Asensio, 2 goals for Benzema, and Modric goal. They've been playing really poorly,
Benzema's
Madrid.
back now, isn't he?
Just
Yeah.
in time for them to come to Anfield. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Cheers, lads.
Benzema back,
Shouts for a foul
firing.
there
Just what you
on the
wanted.
Chelsea
Yeah.
player. They didn't get the foul,
You would
and
know
now,
about that.
now Dortmund are coming away.
Yeah, we would. Although actually, he
Trust
wasn't
me,
that good in
cuz.
that. He wasn't actually the
I
main
know, he
guy.
still
in that
scored,
game.
though. Sick header, in it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Right, let's have a look at the games tomorrow. I mean, we still don't know how much added time there
Yeah,
is
they
in
haven't said,
Dortmund.
have
There
they?
were 3.5 minutes into that
Todd's
one.
trying to work it out at the
Your
moment.
job as the presenter to take note of the added minutes.
No, but
They
you're not
haven't
listening to me, Sophie. They haven't
said.
told us yet.
Why not?
Because
You're on your-
Todd hasn't
you're
agreed
on your
it.
phone,
Todd
they
hasn't.
announced it.
Todd hasn't agreed it with the
No.
officials yet.
No, seriously, they haven't actually told us, so the presenter cannot take fault for this one, unfortunately. As much as you'd like me to take fault.
Well, they've
because
obviously
your team
just-
are pants.
How much, based on you watching the match, how much added time do
Yeah,
you think
how
there's
much
gonna
do
be?
you
So-
think there should be, Sophie? Because we're 4 minutes in now. Just from what you've
6.
seen, like, or 6.
That's okay, cool.
2 minutes,
Strong.
15 seconds to go then.
God, how
See, says as the
painful.
whistle goes.
By the way, tomorrow, Barcelona, Manchester United, score prediction.
5 minutes added time, by the way.
5
They've just put
minutes
it
added
up.
time.
2-0.
So we've got a
Is
minute
it at
to go.
Barcelona?
It
Yeah,
is at
first leg
Barcelona.
2-1
Free kick.
United.
2-1
Oh.
to United. Away
Just
win, you reckon?
shoot!
Enzo Fernandez goes for goal! What a save!
Great save.
What a save from the keeper with 50 seconds
got
to
that in his
go.
locker.
And
He's got
then
that
he
in his
falls
locker.
on the floor on his face, Enzo. He knew that was the chance. Look at this. It's a great strike. He gets onto his right. It's
That's a
going.
great
Oh, that's
strike.
a
Oh, no,
great
it's
strike.
an easy save, actually.
Yeah, it was a good strike though.
2 hands
Used
on
the
it.
He's
player
always
well.
got too much whip on it.
Reece James with the cross.
What was
last
that,
minute.
Reece? That was terrible.
30 seconds to go here for Chelsea. Cucurella. And
I wasn't
Kepa
far
nicks it off
I
him.
wasn't far off. 6 minutes.
Yeah,
5.
minute off.
Come on, just
I mean,
whack
3
it
minutes had already
in.
gone, so a lot of the obvious
No
options.
time left, people, for this
Keeper's got
malarkey
to
anymore.
get that, and that'll be
Go
it.
to the floor.
Barcelona 1, Manchester United 2, you said, Soph?
Yeah, that's what she said. The opposite, 2-1 Barca.
I think United are going to get a draw. I think 1-1. I think United are going to beat, and then I think United will beat him at Old
I
Trafford.
think United beat
I'm
them.
going for a Barca win. I'm going
Oh, I hope
3-2
so. I
Barca.
fucking hope so.
Yeah.
I hope Newcastle.
It's all over,
stuff
thank God
them.
It's
for
all
that.
over at Dortmund. Chelsea have lost the first leg of the round of 16 in the Champions League to Borussia Dortmund. Loads of shots, loads of chances, but they could not get the ball over the line, even though they tried. Potter will now go and clap the away fans. Well,
Potter.
he does it from where he's standing.
He won't get too
Bellingham
close.
has captained Dortmund to a first leg victory here against some of his England teammates,
That'll put
and
him in
that
good
is
stead for when he moves to Liverpool.
100%. Big up to you for that comment, my friend.
Well, boys will be disappointed because obviously, or Felix especially, because he had the chances and didn't take them, or did and just flew it over the bar.
Well, he didn't.
Flew it over the bar. But yeah, I think. Do you know what? We've never really. I said before the stream, we never really do that well away from home in Europe.
You didn't. You
but
happy
we
you didn't go? You'd
probably
be waiting
yeah.
in there right
yeah,
now to leave.
I would have
Yeah,
loved
that's
to go
the worst
Dortmund,
thing
though.
about Europe. You get
No, I
held.
know.
Keep you in.
Fucking hell.
Oh,
No, but
long.
you know what though? We can pull it back and we can win the game at home. But like I say, there needs
Need
to
goals
be.
for that to happen.
Yeah, but there needs to be a system, a style of play. There's no style of play here.
Potter
I don't
out.
see anything. I just see everybody running around, not really knowing what they're supposed to do, where they're supposed to be. Okay, they have a good goalkeeper, but other than that, we've just been awful.
Potter out.
You're all looking at me, asking me that same question. I'm
You
not
happen to be the
posturing.
Chelsea fan on this panel.
I'm not posh. I've
You're the expert
I've told
in
you
this
3 times.
situation.
I'm not.
You said that you weren't Potter out, and then in the middle of the game when you went 1-0 down, you said, right, Todd Bowley's got to start thinking about it. But
Thinking about it.
Unfortunately, I don't know if you
When do you
realise,
want him to
Todd
think, though,
Bowley's
tonight?
not on the panel. So for you,
You're the
how
closest
long
thing
do
we've
you
got.
give?
I'm
how long
saying
do
at
you
the
give him?
minute. Well, at the minute, Todd has the mentality of we're building something long term. We want a long term manager. It's going
Yep.
to take time,
Right.
but there's a lot of money been spent here, and the way we're playing isn't good. So that's what I'm
But
saying.
why
He
would you
should
need to
open
think
his
about
mind.
the manager now if it's a long-term project? He's already said it's a long-term project, but you're saying he does need to think.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he needs to
So
open
how
his
long-
mind
but
up
I'm asking you,
To
how,
to the fact that he might have been wrong
Needs
to give
to-
somebody a
how long-
5-year
needs to
contract.
open his
how
wallet
long
up.
do you give him to start making it click before there has to be an immediate change?
I don't know. The fans are very impatient,
I'm
but
asking
Hold
you.
on, you're a fan.
What are we
Sam.
talking?
Stop doing this.
okay,
You're a fan.
okay. God, what's with the aggression? I've just lost. Okay, I don't need this
Whoa,
shit.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
How long does he need to think about it? 2-3 days?
I don't know. I don't know how long. You're asking me a question that because I'm not in or out.
Put it in or out. Just say in or out, please.
I'm
right
not
now.
anything.
No, that's not the question.
I'm not in
I
or
want an
out.
in or an out now.
I'm not.
Well-
If he left, I wouldn't be like
there you
very
go. That's
upset
Potter
about
out
it.
then, isn't it?
But I'm not Potter out. No, you're twisting my words.
Lampard in?
I'm just
Doing
saying
what Robbie
the
does to
football
me
needs to
every week.
the football needs to improve.
Bring back
and I think
Lamps.
only with a very assertive manager can you get that.
Terry's assistant.
Scott Parker's got European
Bring
experience.
back Di Matteo.
Goose hitting.
Oh, what are you talking about? You can't
Ruud
just.
Gullit.
We're not going to. No, we're not going to go back.
Drogba.
So he wouldn't take Tuchel
Just
back.
Hiddink.
I take Tuchel back.
There you go.
Oh,
There you
there
go.
it
That
is.
was
There it
coming.
is. We got it. Actually, do you know what? Jose's
Brilliant.
thrown his hat in the ring,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
Jose
you wouldn't
wants
have
to come
him
back.
Would you, Jose?
I'd have Jose back anytime. I love him.
There we go.
It's a
There we
joke,
go.
isn't it? But big up to you 1x1 in the comments. Came here to collect AGT's tears, and I'm happy.
His tears. Why would you have
smiling.
tears?
He's on a win-win
Yeah.
today, to be fair. Just remind him
You've
that
been
he's...
well happy.
Yeah, just remind him they've got to go to St James's Park at the weekend.
Yeah, and he can get tears then if you want. Come back on Saturday. Oh, it's been a fantastic stream, guys. I've really enjoyed it.
Respectfully, I
You probably
disagree,
haven't,
but yeah.
But there you go. Enzo Drinkwater from Cashman. Oh,
That's very good.
dear.
Enzo
I
Drinkwater,
don't
you
mind
know.
that.
Some of the names that people come up with. Brilliant.
Enzo Drinkwater. Arsenal, loads of laughs. 3 simps, says Dermot.
What?
How terrible.
We hate Manx. He comes back to say Mank rats for the second
I'm
time
still
tonight.
confused by him. But
Very
Lampard
creative
and
and witty.
Terry in says Amar Ali. Lamps for Chelsea. Plastics.
Stop it. End the stream now. Enough. Want to go home.
I think we will end the stream there. It's
Put
been
me
a
out of misery.
fantastic stream. It really has. Over 2.5 hours of top quality sport content, if I don't say so myself.
Yeah, sport content, not games, because
Well,
this Chelsea
also
game has
me.
not been top quality. I can tell you that.
Big up to Daps for coming down.
Thank
Massive
you.
shout out to you,
Appreciate
bro.
it,
You've
as
seen
always.
your team just round the corner, really. Come to North London
Yep.
and collect the
Better
3
than last
points.
Sunday,
Will
so.
you win the league now, yes or no?
yes.
Oh, he's confident.
But how many points?
I said yesterday that I think the league will be won in game week 37.
Which is the game before.
I don't know who we're playing,
Which
but
is
I was saying that anyone thinks the league being won today won't be won till 37 earliest.
If it's all right, I'll return to my earlier question. By how many points?
Or City win the league. Well, if it's going to be 37, that would mean it would have to be
3 to 6.
2 to. Yeah, because we could lose the last game. To
Okay.
be fair,
enough.
You're
nah,
really
but
taking
do
it
you know what?
down
I'll
to
go
the
with.
last day.
But you think it's gonna be close?
I think we'll win the league by. I think City will win the league by. Do you know what? Potentially 3 points. Yeah, potentially
Alright.
3 points.
Win the league, yes or no?
No, I think City should win the league. They're favourites.
Don't try. Nick, I know you too well.
He don't accept any of my
No,
answers. City
because
should win
I
the
know
league.
you,
They've
bro.
got the players. They've got the manager. They got the experience. They
So
got. They got.
if you won the league, you wouldn't celebrate?
It's February. What are you on about? It's February
I
and
tried to catch you
Haaland's.
out.
It's February and Haaland's got 32 goals. I mean, you know, it's insane. We just,
26 league goals.
Yeah.
isn't it?
yeah, something like, you know, we
26
can't. We just can't
30
compete with
GA,
that. So
30
yeah.
GA
We've also had
as well.
Nick on the show, Arsenal fan, gutted about the result tonight, but appreciate your presence nonetheless. To my right, she hasn't had much to be happy about tonight,
Yeah.
has Sophie, seeing her team lose
But lovely
to
to see you
Dortmund.
all.
But lovely
Thanks
to
for
see you.
having me.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for
Potter out.
having me, darling.
Take care.
Yeah, Potter
Get
out.
home
Team
safe.
Potter out.
That's
Thank
what I would
you.
say.
Thank you, Alex.
Great to see you again, Sophie.
You
As a
too.
friend.
As a yeah. Sorry about that.
And watch next time Sophie's on.
Tegan,
everyone's going to turn up in long sleeve t-shirts with bald heads.
Yes. No beards. They've all got to go, guys.
If I come down here with no beard now, it's going to be like, hold on a minute.
I've got to wear extra layers.
Right, thank you so much. I've been AGT. You've been watching DR Sports. Take care. We'll see you again tomorrow for the Barcelona-Manchester United game. I'll be presenting that as well. So make sure you tune in. Take care. We'll see you then. All the best.